You know what I mean? Just follow him, man. He's in love. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that makes sense at this point. Not you having another question about the Q dot. I thought you ain't care, yo. Come on, man. Lock in. Nah, but get up. Nah. I'm here for it though. Y'all know I'm. Don't worry, y'all. I'm not gonna be charging y'all $10,000 if y'all come back on here twice. Okay? Don't guys. Don't worry. I won't be charging y'all $10,000, right? Or if you decide you want to get up on here, twice and chop it up with me. Y'all have nothing to worry about, okay? If y'all know, you know, man. If y'all know, you know. Yeah, nah, I mean, butterflies, sometimes you gotta tell them what, I mean, there's no way you're asking me questions about somebody that you're continuously blocking, There's just no way, If you're blocking somebody over and over and over again, you're coming to KB's live to ask me about, questions, about somebody you're already blocking, you're not blocking them for the right reasons. So at that point, you just gotta tell them that person is in love, That's the only thing that makes sense. Yeah. Nah. If they was blocking them for the right reasons, the motherfucker kept creating new accounts, would they give a fuck? Yo, if I don't give a fuck about somebody, I'm really just blocking them because they're weird and annoying, right? And they can make new accounts till their fingers start hurting. And I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? Nah, request. I know what I'm here for, man. Oh, come on. We went on one date and he was on the game, so it wasn't anything. Wait, what? We went on one date and he was on the game, so it wasn't anything. We went on one date and he was on the game, so it wasn't anything. Where was it? Would you ever give a person a second chance after ghosting or breaking up? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what your problem is. I'm gonna tell you what the real problem is, man. Y'all be liking people. Y'all be liking humans too much. That's sometimes you gotta reevaluate how much you like humans sometimes. No, for real, Joseph. Sometimes you gotta sit back and reevaluate how much you like human beings. That's you. Y'all want people too close to y'all. That's the real problem, right? Maybe it's, fuck standards. Maybe it's because y'all just like the idea of human beings being too close to y'all, and that may be the issue right there. What's good, Reed? My guy. Would his homeboy take me serious? Absolutely. Why wouldn't he? Especially if you for the team. Why the fuck wouldn't he take you serious? Hey man, niggas love team players. Niggas love team players. You can't do nothing with somebody who actually has standards, right? We can't do nothing. Niggas can't do nothing with that. So, yeah. Now, niggas love team players, You know how it is, man. If you want to be a team player, absolutely. Fuck with the homeboys. Do I block or let him watch my stories? You ended things amicably. Amicably. I hate that word, yo. I trip over that word every time. Who pinned that shit, yo? Yeah, I fucking hate that word, son. Alright. Yo, y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill on me, man. I be tripping over my words sometimes. Alright, do I block him or just let him watch my stories? Sandy Cheeks. Sandy, man. Sandy, have you ever noticed? I don't know if you ever noticed, but when people got actual good things going on in their life when it pertains to relationships, connections, they don't talk about low vibrational shit, right? Like watching stories and how they feel watching stories, right? When people actually have something that makes sense in real life, a real relationship, somebody who actually talks to them for real, somebody who's pursuing them on that level, do you think they're talking about who's viewing their stories and who isn't? Nah, well, I gotta watch my shit right now. Yeah, let me put my. Yo, I hate this, but every time it comes around to spring, summer's time, my shit start getting mad dry. Word up, I don't know if it's just me though. Word up, man. I'll have some lean real cut. I don't know why that should be happening, bro. Every single time springtime comes around, my lips start getting mad dry and weird. I don't know. I'm like, damn, man, how much Vaseline I need, yo? Hold on. What does it mean when he just like to put what? What does it mean when he just liked a post I sent to him? What? Your TV slowing. Yo, stop talking about that, yo. We're not talking about that. Yeah, I gotta chill. Do you believe in attachment styles like avoiding attachment, or is it just an excuse? Unless you're actually just studying it to actually study it to find out more about the, what it is. I guess there's nothing wrong with learning it, but when you I'm gonna tell you what it is. Normally people just don't talk about attachment styles until they're dealing with someone who doesn't like them. And that's the problem. That's why I don't like it. Yeah. I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. Every single time they run into somebody that doesn't like them, he's an avoidant attachment. Oh, no. He's an attachment, guys. The only reason why he doesn't really talk to me or open up to me is because he's just so avoidant. People open up to the people that they want to open up to. We're not robots. That's just what it is. They don't see you as an equal. They don't like you. Why do you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not about them being an avoidant. They just don't like you. What? If they felt like you were somebody that they should open up to, they would do that. You think when niggas go to therapists, they look at them and say, well, you're in I'm avoidant, so I won't tell you what I got going on. When it comes time, let me tell you something. When it comes time to actually lower somebody, I don't even want to say that like that. I don't even want to. Hey, look. I know y'all been seeing them dating shows when every the Love Is Blinds of the world, where these guys just be open up to these random ass women. They just be opening up to these random ass women. They don't even know them from a can of paint. But when they do that, it's easy for that person to think, this person really likes me. This person really is interested because they're telling me something so deep about themselves. You know what I'm saying? People pick and choose when you want to be deep and who do you want to be deep to. That's what it ain't nothing about no avoiding and communication and this, that, and the third. That shit, man. Come on, man. Man. I can't too into it. How do you define rough patch? What? How do you define rough patch versus end of relationship? It's the end of the relationship. Don't define it. Don't look too much into it. It's the end. Yeah. Nah. End it now or later. All right? I told him come get his stuff, but will he think he can't come back anymore? Wait, what? I told him come get his stuff, but will he think he can't come back anymore or reconsider? Yo, Shawty Lil don't make me mad, bro. Shawty, hey, Shawty Lil, right? It's 2025, Shawty Lil. Yeah, Shawty Lil. It's Shawty Lil. It's 2025, right? Don't nah. Let's move on with your life, Shawty Lil. Yeah, that shit is over with. That's our problem. Sometimes y'all don't want to accept that shit is over. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, the most vulnerable woman is a woman that's trying to fight something that's already over. Most vulnerable. I tell y'all this all the time. The most vulnerable person, especially the most vulnerable woman is the woman that's trying to fight something that's already over. The fuck? That shit been over with. You want me to lie? Thoughts on soul ties? What about it? Thought he could text me on his new account, but I stood 10 toes on blocking him again. Okay, like to hear it. Yo, real quick, before I get into the library, I gotta stop doing this shit, bro. Whenever y'all see me in real life, bro. Hold up. Yeah, did I tell y'all I was at the club again, bro? Recently, right? No, it was recently. It was like a week and a half ago. I went to the lounge, bro. And I'm chilling in the lounge, minding my business. I like to mind my business in the lounge. You know what I mean? I like to mind my business. Why? I see it's 5 niggas, 5 YN. I'm talking about actual YNs, bro. Like they obviously YNs. 5 YNs and 1 John. One John that was with him just kept looking at me. Nah, it happened again, bro. It happened again. The John just kept looking at me. I'm like, what? Like, why is she? Like, I'm assuming I may know why she's looking at me, right? Mind you, she's with 5 YNs, bro, right? Looking at me. I'm trying not to look because I see, you know, it's just 5 niggas. You feel me? They pull up to the table that I'm at, right? I'm minding they all pull up to the table that I'm at, and she keeps looking at me, right? So then she turns around and she's like, you the one that tell me everything I need to know about my nigga. I said, babe, what? Now he looking at me, and the rest of the niggas looking at me. I'm like, nah, me? Nah, I don't. What I be telling you? And then he was basically like, what are you talking about? And she explained who I am to him, and he's just looking at me. I'm looking at him. I'm like, I just be doing my job, man. Y'all can't be doing shit like that, bro. Nah, you feel me? Man, I maneuvered though. One thing about our whole ass, though, I ain't gonna lie, I did. I definitely did whole ass. Yes, I did whole ass. I didn't wait too long for niggas to figure out what's going on. What, man? Now we trying to set you up on the low. I would have been the wrong person. Word up, trying to backdoor niggas and shit. Now I got right up on out of there, Rachel. I ain't gonna lie, I did. I ain't gonna lie, because why is she telling him that? Why is she telling him that? This is supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? This is supposed to be, why you at the club? You think a nigga don't need a drink after what I hear all week? You think a nigga don't need a little sip after the shit I be hearing all week? What y'all think this is? You want me to just what? Y'all want me to be in despair? Word up. Nah, word up. I'm trying to keep it together. I ain't, you know. God forbid a nigga want to go out and have a little bit of fun. Like what? She ruined it. Nah, word up. You must be in a good mood. I'm always like this. I be chilling until I start hearing the fuckery. You know. I be chilling for real. What's the word? Yo, it's good, Sonny. What's going on? I'm so confused about my situation right now. Well, request, because I'm about to start the live right now. It's disclaimer time. It's disclaimer time. So y'all going ahead and request. You know what I mean? If y'all got a question for me, y'all know what time it is, man. You know? And I need to figure out what y'all been having going on today. Well, this past week, excuse me. Yeah. Hey, listen. No. Hell no. But listen, y'all, if you're too sensitive, please do not join my live. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. That's not my goal here. I'm not the type of person. I want to actually have a real conversation with somebody who's ready, you know what I'm saying, to get that real response, if you will. I'm not going to pander to you. If you're under the age of 21, please do not join my live. Let's keep this live 21 plus. If you're 18, 19 years old, going through a situation, 9 times out of 10, that's going to be a canon event. He doesn't like you. If you know for a fact, right? If you know for a fact that somebody, another grown ass individual, right, has control over your brain, please do not join my live. If you know for a fact that you have the IQ of a peanut, please do not join my live, right? Let's keep it. Let's keep it straight, man. You know, let's not waste time, because it doesn't matter what I'm gonna tell you. You know what I'm saying? You just want that person's validation. So, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna matter. So if you gotta suffer to learn it, go ahead and suffer to learn it, but don't make me suffer. You feel me? Yeah, it's a Karen event, man. It's all good. Appreciate you, gang. 21 plus. Let's see. Who I got coming up first, man? Let's get asked, because you requested first. What's good?
So I was trying to explain my situation. Basically, it like happens a lot, so I'm just wondering what I can do. But for example, I just went on like one date with a guy. It wasn't anything, and I was trying to say, oh, he was like on the game, like he was watching something on his phone on the date. So I was like, clearly I'm not interested.
Oh, I thought you were saying he was on the game, like actually on the game in the crib.
No, it was like on the date, and I was like, you know, it's whatever. I haven't talked to you like that. After this date, I'm not going to talk to you. And like on the date, he was like, oh, we have such amazing chemistry, but we really had nothing in common. So for the past year, he's just been making new accounts, trying to talk to me and like find other accounts.
Wait, hold on. So after, because that's, I mean, you could only assume if somebody goes on a date, you know, they're on the game on the phone, right? Something obviously is wrong, right? So after the first time he did that, did you stop talking to him?
Yeah, I blocked him right away. Okay. And then that's when he made a new number. And he was like, oh, I thought your phone was just off, but I noticed you blocked me. Like, what did I do wrong? I didn't answer. He called me 6 times. Didn't answer, blocked that number. He made 4 new numbers. He found my Telegram, which I don't even use, only to cop, you know? I didn't even know that was like a thing. And then like he messaged me today. So I got like really freaked out. And yeah, this has happened a lot with like, I think it's happened with like 5 or 6 guys, or like sometimes they show up where I like work, or sometimes like I work in fashion. So sometimes I work with men and like they're the models. And it's like in those situations, what do you do? I know I've talked to people and I know people are like, just get a restraining order, but it's so expensive. And even when I talk to people, they're like, you don't even have enough money.
That's definitely like, that's an unfortunate, that's really the only real thing you can do at that point in time, realistically. You know, it's an unfortunate circumstance. I know you're not going to tell niggas not to be weird, right? Because if they're weird, they're just weird.
Yeah.
Saying there's really not much you can do, and you shouldn't even be talking to them at all after you notice 1 or 2 or 3 things, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just more about the consequence thing. If somebody wants to keep going and trying, you build your, you know what I'm saying, your evidence that you need, and you show who you need to show, right? That's it, and that's all. But you gotta protect yourself though at all costs. That's why they're saying she got a restraining order.
Right, definitely. And I feel like people are like, oh yeah, just talk to the cops, which I did, but they don't take it seriously. And like a lawyer's like $2,000 just to go through the process. So it's like, damn.
Guys, yeah, that's insane. That's weird. That's a weird pattern. I'm not gonna lie.
Right, yeah. That's when I was like, it even happens like off of dating apps. Like I was like, okay, maybe the guys.
I was about to say, hold on. I mean, I fully assume that's what you would mean. Like, you be on dating apps looking. Excuse me. You be on dating apps looking for guys.
No, not anymore. I only did it like once, and then the other guys, it was like maybe because I'm in like a college area, like I graduated college, but it's like, you know, I don't know. So
could
maybe
be that too. It could be that.
So it's just like.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. If it escalates, police report it, 100%.
Okay.
But definitely no response, no interactions with these people at all. That's the most important part.
Okay.
You just move, right?
Thank you.
All right, we got next one. Let's see. Let's get Lexi up here. We just don't even look at reports. I mean, that's the only real thing. Realistically, unless you got brothers, that's the only thing we can do. Literally. In a situation like that. Yo.
Hello?
What's the word?
Hey, I don't know if you remember me. I was on here probably like 2-3 weeks ago. With the ex that I cheated on.
The ex that you cheated on. You were wondering at some point in time you could associate with him again?
Yeah, so we actually were at dinner, maybe
Wait,
like,
real quick. You talking about wait, because I'm trying to make sure you talking about you're the one that cheated on your ex with a nigga that he know with a homeboy.
yeah. Well, not his friend. It was just somebody that we went to high school with.
Somebody that. Go ahead, continue.
So the other night we were at dinner together, and we went and we were talking for about 2 hours. So I invited him into my place, and he came in and...
This is after I told you what not to do, right?
Yes. So we were talking, he came in and we kept talking for like another hour. So it was like 3 hours of talking at this point, and then we did end up sleeping together.
Too easy. Too easy. I told him, look, hand in the air. I told him what niggas was on.
So he was just saying like how much he missed the relationship and how much he missed me and everything like that. But that, you know, because we made a decision to separate, you know, that we have to stand on that decision and everything like that. But he called yesterday and we were talking on the phone for like 3 hours. So, and then I told him I had to go because, you know, it was early in the morning at that point, but I don't know, like...
But look, you could give somebody the answers to an exam and they're still gonna fucking fail. No, like I'm glad this is the perfect example. I don't lie. That's for one. I've been around long enough to know nobody, I don't lie, right? Y'all know why he do. Matter of fact, I wasn't even the only one that was saying that. The comments was telling you what it was. The comments was telling you what it was going to be. It wasn't even just me. They were telling you straight up, if you associate with this person, they're going to drag you through the mud, right? And use you, right? That's what it is. You just compete. Like, once you cross that line with niggas, they will never look at you on that emotional level again. Now, will they use you for the physical things? Absolutely. And check you? Yes. But are they going to be able to connect you on that emotional level? No. Will they continue to use you? Yes. Because you think you owe them something for what you did. Mm-hmm. This person to use. A woman that thinks that she owes you something because she did something bad.
Okay. I guess that was my question was, you know, should I try and like reconnect with him? But
you've been trying to reconnect with him. He used you and told you that's all it's going to be. Straight to your face in a nicer way. He used you, then told you straight to your face, you know, I missed the relationship, but...
Well, the thing is, he didn't initiate the sex. I did.
Does that make it? Oh, good God Almighty! Nah, tell me you're trolling me, Lexi. Tell me you're trolling me. Just go ahead and tell me you're troll. April Fools. Tell me you're trolling me, right?
I'm not.
Oh, you're dead serious. Nah, Lexi, that makes it worse. Yeah, that makes it worse. But I told you what you needed to do already, though. You got to do the soul searching. I told you exactly what you needed to do. What you need to look at. Look in the mirror and find out why you want that validation so bad. Why you care. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to figure out where it's really coming from. And solve it. A man right now is never going to be the answer to your question, to your issues at all. It's just not. They're going to recognize how vulnerable you are and delusional you are and use you every single time, even if it's not him. The next nigga that you come across that you decide you want to talk to or whatever you want to do, they're going to recognize that you're not healed. They're going to recognize that you're vulnerable and they're going to use you. They're not going to take you serious, Lexi.
Okay.
So, but if I'm telling you right now, you stay away from, you stay as far away from niggas as possible and work on you. I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it. You're still young.
All right.
That's it in that side. Take that step back real quick. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I think, I don't know. He might have to show you something a little bit worse though, you know?
Okay.
All right, Lexi.
Thank you. Bye.
I hope she listens this time around. I don't know. She listens to whatever he wants. She listens to whatever. However he feels and whatever he wants, that's what she'll listen to. Because to her, he might just be Jesus himself to her. You know what I mean? They put these people on a pedestal, right? That wouldn't spit on them if they're on fire. So yeah, so unfortunately, I could tell her the truth. I could give her the answers, but until he's done using her, she'll still be there. Very simple. A revolving door, if you will. Right?
Hello.
Hi, how are you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
He's young sister. I want sis to actually, you know what I mean, live how she need to live. Get up. You know what I'm saying? I actually want sis to win for real. That's what y'all don't understand. Sis not taking herself seriously enough. So maybe if I have to put it in the most, brutal way for her to get it. That's it. That's all. Nothing personal. It was good.
Nothing much. So I've only been talking to dude for like, I want to say a month and a half, right? But we had a full blown, like hour-long conversation that we are talking. Like we're establishing if we like each other, and however long that takes, like talking stages don't last 3 months,
That was the conversation.
Yeah, that we're just talking to see if
Who initiated that conversation?
Who initiated it?
We're about to talk about and how long it should be.
I think I initiated just the conversation about like what we're doing, but like, yeah,
Okay.
that's what he said to like.
To respond to it, essentially.
Yeah, I guess like he was telling me his version of what a talking stage is.
Okay, and what was that?
That like we talk, we vibe, and however long that takes for us to determine if we like each other. To
Right there. However long that takes for us to determine if we like each other, a month and a half into knowing her. We already know how he thinks of her. Go ahead, continue.
And then, so his birthday was last weekend, right? And he has 2 female best friends. And yeah, it was already a mess. But he asked me to come over and like spend his birthday with him. And then I'm like getting ready or whatever. Or no, I said I was going to go get a drink with one of my
real quick, because I'm gonna show y'all why he's so confident and how he's talking to her. What have y'all done anything? What have y'all done, ideally, on a physical level?
We've had sex.
That explains the confidence. Because what he's saying, that he's a little girl in her, right? I'm not gonna talk to a certain girl like that, right? And say those things and for her to go by it, and then for her to just go along with it. Yeah, see, I put the 2 and 2 together. Right. He ain't got nothing to lose. Go ahead, continue.
Right. So yeah, he invited me over at first, and then I said before I come, I'm gonna go get a drink with one of my classmates. We had been studying for this exam. We decided to get a drink. I didn't go get the drink because the classmate was a dude or whatever. So I was just like, you know what? Let me just go see him for his birthday. Like I called him and was like, oh, I might go get a drink, and he's like, oh, with who? And I'm like, my classmate. And he made it seem like it was a big deal. So I was like, you know what? Whatever. I'll just.
How do you, like, what do you mean? What did he say? Like,
he was like, I don't care. Like, go do you. I guess I'll just see you when you're done. Type.
That doesn't sound like a big deal. Does that sound like a big deal to y'all? Yeah,
the way he was like, talking and giving me attitude, it was like he thought I was just going to come straight there after I was done studying. So, my age? I'm 22.
So, judging by what she's saying, who do y'all think has full control over that situation? Who do y'all think wants whose validation? Who do y'all think really cares more in this situation here, ideally? But let me ask you, do you recognize that?
Do I recognize that he has control?
Do you recognize the power dynamic here?
I guess not.
No, you don't? He told you do what you want, and you decided not even go out to somebody that's not looking to be in a relationship with you, obviously, by what he said, right? He told you go ahead and do what you want, and you didn't even do it. You didn't even go, and that was just a drink with a classmate. It wasn't nothing. It wasn't like you were doing out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you said, you know what? Because that sounds like an attitude. Because it sounds like he's making a big deal out of it. I'm not. So who do you recognize the power dynamic now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like that's a good situation for you to be in?
No.
A month and a half. Imagine what it's gonna be like in 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, and it's like I didn't care to go for a drink though. Like,
So why did you?
I mean, like I knew I wasn't doing anything wrong and that I should have prioritized like, like me and my plans instead of putting someone else first, I guess. But I know, yeah, that's not my nigga, so why does it matter?
If that's what you really thought, you wouldn't even have told him at all. That's not your boyfriend. You wouldn't have. You would have just did what you did if you didn't care about. If what you're saying to me is real, right? That's how you really felt. You wouldn't have told him at all. You would have just
that
did
I was going for a drink.
Yeah, you would have just did what you did and then do what you wanted. Whether it's it's not your boy. It ain't like that's I can understand if it's a boyfriend. Yeah, I have that level of commitment, right? Okay, maybe, right? But even then, it would have been a different ballgame. But I go ahead, continue.
Nah, I don't even want to. You about to grill me. I'm kidding. But so yeah, I'm like, yeah, I decided not to go for a drink because also I didn't want to drink and drive afterwards because
Right.
That's not good. So I'm like, oh, like I'm ready. And then apparently when I called him, his 2 girl best friends were on the phone on his iPad and they were like, oh, come out to the bars, let's go drink. And then he was like, yeah, no, I'm going to go out. Now I'm going to go out for a drink. And I was like, oh, all right. So what does that mean? Like, do you not want me to come anymore? Or like, what's up? And he was like, yeah, I might just have to see you tomorrow. And then I was like, all right. And he was like, well, you said you were finna go get a drink. So shit, now I'm finna go get a drink. I didn't know how long you're about to be out, what go get a drink means. So I'm finna do me since you doing you.
I know what this is. This is, first of all, there's obviously, y'all know the type of nigga she's dealing with. But there's also more resentment building because she doesn't even fight. Like, she doesn't even, the standard that y'all know when y'all come across somebody that just has, like, they're willing to give, like, they have no standards to you at all. Y'all know what I'm talking about? It builds resentment over time. Like, when you recognize that somebody's willing to put you, like, you know what I'm saying? In a short period of time, do all these things for you. Y'all catch my drift? So it's like over time, it's like, bro, like, are you, like, you can talk however you want to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not even looking at them as an equal. You're looking down on them. You're pitying them. That's what it is.
Mm. I don't know. I'm like new to dating.
That was the next question I was about to ask. How old is he?
How old is he?
Yeah.
He just turned 22 like on Friday, like last Friday.
Okay.
And I'm also 22.
So that was my very next question. How old is this guy? He's petty.
Yeah, we're both 22.
So what are you doing about?
What am I doing?
What have you been doing about all this?
I just stopped reaching out. I just stopped contact. Like, normally we would go to sleep every night on the phone. I stopped calling. I stopped updating. I just started focusing on me, I guess.
Real quick, somebody said they don't get the resentment part. People don't respect people who don't respect themselves. She doesn't respect herself and have a high enough self-esteem to be dating anybody. If I'm being honest. This is why I always say, make sure you're good before, make sure your self-esteem is where it needs to be before you date anybody.
Wait, can you explain how I don't have any self-esteem?
Don't respect folks that don't respect themselves. Very simple. That aren't willing to put themselves first. I will never lie to y'all. That aren't willing to put themselves first. So over time, the lack of respect that's already there, it turns into resentment. That's what it is.
I didn't pursue him. We met like, I think at a bar.
Okay. Nah, but so you say you stopped reaching out. So did you how long has it been? And what question do you have for me?
That happened on Friday. So like his birthday was Friday, and then he tried to be like, oh, you're ruining my birthday with all these questions, and try to gaslight me like into thinking that I should have an issue with just how he treated me.
But if there was a way to fight back, what do you think the best way to fight back in a situation would be? What do you ideally for you? If there was a way to fight back in a situation where you're getting pushed around, right? How do you think you'd be able to do that effectively?
how I would fight back. I just think I just need to focus on.
What do you think is the best way to fight back in a situation like this?
I just think I should just do me and not like. If we're just taking things slow, then I really shouldn't be worried about like what he's
Taking things slow.
like. I should just go about my business. Like
We're taking things slow.
Like if that's the thing, like we're taking things slow, we don't have a title, then like I can worry about me, you can worry about you, and then I don't know, I guess that was my question. Like I haven't reached out at all. He'll call me when he gets off of work and then we'll talk for a couple seconds and then that's it. But
I want y'all to see though. I want y'all to understand that this is what the world is. Even if you have standards, there's always going to be somebody that's going to be able to, you know what I'm saying? Go for certain shit. No matter how the person looks, it doesn't matter, right? There's always going to be somebody that's willing to go for shit. So you focus on you. You focus on your standards of what you are. Don't look at everybody else, right? You focus on your standards of where you at, and you know, mental health wise, and you maneuver that way. The answer to you though, you have to block that individual. Y'all aren't taking anything slow. He doesn't like you. You have to block that individual completely. All right, completely. That's how you fight back in a situation like that. All right, I mean, not being pursued. The person doesn't care for you like that. They disrespect you. It's only been a month and a half. They don't see you as an equal, right? They look down on you. Nobody deserves that, unless you feel like you deserve that. Low key. Deep down. You feel like you deserve that?
no.
So what are you talking about? We're taking things slow. If you didn't think that you deserve what's in front of you right now, to some degree and to some extent, deep down, that wouldn't be a response to what I asked you. Let me ask you something. And me and you were on this thing. Do you think I'd allow anybody to talk to me like that? No, right? You think I would ever allow anybody on this earth that breathes the same air I breathe to talk to me or treat me like that?
No, sorry, I'm also reading the comments.
You reading the comments, I'm asking you real questions. And that's your problem right there. Focusing on the wrong things.
Well, they was also giving me advice too.
No. Hey,
but no, I don't think you would let anyone
right
talk to you like that.
That's your problem right there. Look, that's your problem. That's your problem right there. I'm glad you've seen it. Focusing on the wrong things. Look,
I'm still answering your questions. I said no.
Maneuver how you need to maneuver then, man, before I get wicked for you. You ain't see shit yet from that nigga.
Roger.
You ain't see nothing yet from him. It's gonna get a lot worse. Hey, man.
I'm getting blocked right now since y'all.
Hey, man. Good luck to you, all right? Lock in, man. Lock in. Summertime coming around the corner. You know what I mean? Focus on you, all right?
Yeah, sure.
All right, man. Yeah, man. Damn, what y'all be saying to him in the comments, yo? Something else, man. Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, some people got to get dragged before they start caring about themselves. That's all. My goal is to make sure nobody has to get to that point because I don't want none of y'all to get dragged. I feel like nobody should be able to do that to you. That's just me, though. So I try to tell you how you're supposed to maneuver before it happens. You see what I'm saying? But if you want to let that happen, it's up to you. All right. Let's get Priscilla in here because I was supposed to. And then Alu can't hear must feel. I don't know. Hey, y'all know.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. Also, I'm 22, by the way. And then everything just happened today. I kind of have a question, but I don't know if I do yet. I don't know. He's 24, but I met this guy like a month ago. And I met him because his friend lives in my apartment complex. So that's how we know each other. Like he comes around here a lot. And so he's been, sorry, I'm He's been taking me on, like, I've been seeing him, like, probably once a week. He's been taking me on dates and stuff. But, oh, and then I made a comment earlier, like, this is the guy that was talking to his ex. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, never mind. Sorry. And then he's been taking me on, like, I think we've been on, like, 4 or 5 dates by now. And they were pretty nice. But the thing is, like, ever since I knew this guy, like, a week in, he's been, like, so, I don't know if he's, like, love bombing me or something, but he's been, like, so obsessed and, like, saying, oh, I'm, like, his future wife and everything. And I've, like, never been in a relationship before, and I'm 22, so I don't know if I'm, like, kind of naive about this stuff or not. So I was just, like, wondering, like, what, I don't know why he's like that. So I texted my male friend, and he was like, no, this guy's playing you. Like, there's no way he knows that early on. You know, like, I don't know, like, saying, like, all these...
Yeah, that's a platonic male friend you have, right?
Yeah, platonic, yeah.
You think he was lying?
What?
Yeah, the male friend isn't lying.
No, I'm not saying he's lying.
But what did you
I'm
do
just saying, like, I was asking my male friend, I was like, why do you think he's saying, like, all this stuff so early on? Because it's only been, like, a weekend, and then he kept saying that, like...
That's how some niggas, that's how some niggas be chatting. That ain't nothing new. It's just who gonna go for it though, Priscilla. Like you said, you don't know, this person doesn't know you, right? So it's obviously love bombing, right? And you said something about him texting his ex. What, like elaborate on that for me.
Yeah, and so I asked my my male friend about that, and he was like, no, he's probably not, like, being honest, religious. So I feel like the guy I was talking to was saying, like, I don't know, he was kind of, like, using God to, like, manipulate me and stuff like that. I don't know. It was weird. And so my friend was like, well, ask to go through his phone if he's being honest. So I was like, okay. So I called the guy that I was talking to, and I was like, I confronted him about this. I was like, I don't think you're being honest with me. And so he was like, no, I'm being 100% with you and everything. Sorry, I don't know. Is this dumb? I don't know.
It ain't about it being dumb. It's just not dumb because, like I said, you're new to it. Like, you ain't never been in a relationship, so but it is more nice. I wouldn't say dumb though.
I'm sorry. Well, I didn't know for sure. I was, like, confused. So I called him and I asked him about it. I don't know if that was dumb to ask him. And he was like, no, I'm not. And he was like, I swear to God on everything, on my mom, on everything I love, I'm not talking to anybody else. And I was like, okay, well, and I was like, okay, well, if you're being for real, then, like, can I go through your phone and everything? And he was like, yeah, for sure. He gave me the password to his phone, actually, when I was with him in person. But I was like, oh, I don't need to go through that because I trust him. I don't know if that was stupid.
And remind me again. How long has it been? Yeah.
It's only been a month.
Have you at all, Priscilla?
Huh?
Have you done anything at all since you've known this person? Like,
oh, no, I never had sex with him. No.
This is more of a talk. Okay.
Well, I've seen him in person, but I've never done anything. Like, we never had sex or anything. But he's taken me out and stuff. And he was really nice, but I was like, he's kind of too nice, you know? Yeah. And so and he told me, like, he told his mom about me already and everything, which I was like, that's kind of crazy. Like, I don't know if I believe that either. And so I was like...
if you were to listen to your gut, right? If you were to listen to your intuition in this situation, what would you actually do?
I would probably do what I...
All your concern, your intuition, what your mind is telling you, right? Because I know whether you're naive or not, you got common sense. So
yeah.
What would you do in a situation if you were actually listening to your intuition?
I mean, I would do what I did, which is confront him about it, because I don't want to just, like, ghost people. I don't know, I feel bad doing that. Like, just blocking him and everything, I felt bad. So I wanted to call him and hear him out first to see what he said. Somebody in the comments said, and then that's when I found
somebody in the comments called it for what it's going. Somebody in the comments called it for exactly what it's going to be, because he noticed that she's naive immediately.
Okay, but listen, I already removed him. I already removed him on everything, though.
I was about to say, okay, yeah, 'cause I was going to say,
like, this was earlier today.
Yeah, somebody said in the comments that once that nigga hit, he gone. Absolutely, 100%.
We never did anything.
No, I know that. I understand that. Right? I believe that. But they're saying in the comments, and I agree with it. Seriously though. Yeah. The best way in that type of situation, because it is kind of obviously made you feel uncomfortable, right? It's a remote maneuver. That's dating, right? We come across different people. You know what I'm saying? We judge the energy, whether it's too much or if it's not too much. If we're compatible, right? That's dating. That's the fun part of it. So, you know what I'm saying? If something is just too overbearing, like it's just too much, it's okay to like. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. You only know this person for so much, for so much time.
And that's kind of what I was trying to do. I mean, I know I should have just removed him. Like, that's probably what I should have done. But I called him to tell him. I was like, I think you're not big.
I ain't gonna lie, Priscilla. Hey, Priscilla, we ain't here. We can't hear nothing. Yeah, we can hear nothing you was saying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. But you called him again, Priscilla?
No, this is the same phone call.
Okay, yeah. Nah. Well,
Earlier today.
I mean, it's over. Well, hold on, bro, Priscilla. It's over with now, though, right?
Yeah, the thing is, like, he kept texting. Sorry. I have poor network connection. Can you hear me?
It's all good. I can hear you. It's all good. Go ahead.
He kept texting me after, so I blocked him. But I was just like, my friend was telling me to be careful because he knows where I live, obviously, because he comes to my apartment a lot. But that's basically all it was. I was just saying, like, my question was basically like, how do you know? Like, because I might have opened up too much with him too, like telling him everything about me. Like, how do you know when? Sorry, not everything, but I told him, like, I've never been in a relationship. I told him, like, I've never done anything. Like, I don't know. So he might have thought that maybe he was taking advantage of that. So I don't know if that was the best thing to do or if I should just know.
Like I said, whatever you did that, made you who you are today, right? You don't know these people from a can of paint. This is something I know for a fact. The empathy that y'all think random people that you don't know for real, personally, or, the empathy they're going to have for you, they won't have it. They'll be like, okay, that's understandable. Yeah, right? And then do what they want anyways, right? You don't know what these people got going on in their personal lives, especially when you just met them, right? You don't know if, whatever you're looking up to that guy about, right? He may have done something worse to somebody else right before he met you, right? So you never, so you never necessarily, you have to be very careful. And this goes for everybody, what you tell people. You don't know what they were doing prior to meeting you. You have no idea. And people only tell you what they want you to hear. That's the reality of it.
Okay.
So that's just what it is. Just be very careful, as to who you're opening up to, and maneuver.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I appreciate you having on, man. Yeah, I'm not joking when I say that either. Like think about it. Could y'all just imagine, bro? Could y'all really just imagine, like, you telling somebody, you open up to somebody about what somebody else did to you, right? Maybe this guy did something to me that was egregious. You're telling the new guy that you're talking to, the new woman that you're talking to, and that person that you're telling did something way worse to somebody else. Do you think that empathy is gonna be, if they're displaying, you think it's gonna be real? You think they actually care when they've done way worse? Like, what the fuck? Oh, I have no experience. You think a nigga that already has the experience is gonna give a fuck? But anyways, bro. Hey.
What's up? How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing all right, man. It was good.
I talked to you maybe a month ago, but I kind of wanted to come and ask you for another advice. Same situation though. So basically, like, I met this guy a month ago, and within a week, he was talking about how, like, he feels like I'm the one.
You were the really nice one that niggas was taking in. I remember.
Yeah, you remember. Okay. So what I did was I didn't block him, right? Like, after he said all that, he's like, I want to get you pregnant. I want to move in with you. All that stuff.
After I told you that you should block him for saying those weird things to somebody he barely knows, you didn't do that?
Okay, so I didn't block him, but don't drop me. Are you going to drop me? No, okay.
Now go ahead. Continue.
Okay. So I didn't block him, but what I did was, like, hey, I told him I can't talk to you anymore, and, like, I don't see this going anywhere, so we just gotta stop talking. And he was like, he called me like 15 times and I didn't pick up, right? And the next day I felt really bad, so I was like, you know, we can be friends. Like, I know you're going through stuff. Like, I don't want you to feel like I'm abandoning you or anything. Like,
You said that
yeah,
after we had that long discussion about you being too nice to people you don't know.
I'm sorry. I felt really, really bad. Like, I felt really bad for
Look at
him.
the things but about what though? Look at what he was saying to you. He don't even know who you are. What could you feel bad about? I think about it. Look, because we even the
Can I tell
comments.
you a little bit? Can I tell you a little bit? Like, yes, abandoned, yes, because he was abandoned by his mom when he was little, and he grew up in the foster care, and he was adopted by like really rich family though, so he's fine now. So I was like, I don't want him to, I don't want to trigger any abandonment issue, you know. Don't look at me. No, someone is like, drop her. No, I actually need the help. I'm here for a reason. Do not drop me, guys.
Hold on. All right. Wait. And remind me, how old is he?
He's 27.
27. And you want to go fix his abandonment issues. You want to fix somebody that's been on Earth for 2 decades and 7 years, right? Almost 3 decades. You want to go fix their abandonment issues.
No, I wasn't trying to fix him, but like, I don't want him to feel like, because he was like, every girl does this to me. Like, every time I get close to someone, they just like leave me. And I was like, oh man, like,
the advice I gave you, right, which was I gave it to you the way I gave it to you for a very important reason. I could tell the type of person you're dealing with, right? I could tell, right? I told you to not say anything to that person at all because they recognize who you are, right? And they recognize how easy it is to get you to believe in something, right? Because you're so concerned, right? So I told you, instead of speaking to the person before you cut them off, I told you to do it clean, right? Because then you're gonna become. It's gonna be easy for them to spin a narrative, right? I told you this, but if you don't want to listen, Layla, you're gonna have to learn the hard way.
okay, but let me, I understand what you're saying, but okay, so he was like, you know, he's like, is it, because I told you, like, I make good money, I work a good job, and he works as a server, like, he makes a good, like, money too, but he was like, is it my job? Like, do you feel like I'm not there yet? And I was like, no, that's not it. And he was like, I come from a rich family, and, you know, his adoptive family, and he was like, we're gonna be good, like, you don't have to worry about that. I was like, no, that's not the reason, you know? It's like, that's not the reason why I just feel like you came on a little bit too strong, you know? So my question right now is like, what he's doing right now is like, he will text me every 2 days, or like, he'll be like, I'm sorry, I just been busy. And I was like, I don't care if you've been busy, like, you know? So it's been bothering me. Like, he acts like, you know, I'm gonna go after him or something.
Layla, you're not. I'm listening to how you're talking. You're not in a position to date anybody at this point. I told you last time what to do. You didn't listen. I'm not. My advice isn't gonna change. So I don't say this, Layla. You have an option. Do you want to learn the hardest way to where somebody may even, God forbid, harm you? Or do you want to do this the easy way? Which one do you want to do?
It's just like a part of me. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like definitely the way he came out, he's like gaslighting me a little bit, future faking and all that stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, what
you're
if?
aware of all these things, but you're not doing anything about it. That's my
Yes,
problem.
because there's a part of me that's like, what if he's actually a nice guy and I'm just freaking out, you know? No, don't joke.
No. There's no way, Layla, there's no no. Yeah, Captain Saving it. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, you're gonna have to learn. All right, no. Yeah, date for his potential, Layla. Maybe 20. You're dating for a 27-year-old's potential. Do that, Layla, and see what happens to you.
God.
Yeah, do that and see what happens to you. Learn, okay? All right. Because it looked like me telling her, maybe I got to tell her the opposite. No, yeah, date for a 27-year-old's potential. If the nigga had potential, he would have reached that shit already. Anyways, if he had any type of fucking potential, he would have reached that shit already. Let's see. What's good, Jada, man? Nah, don't say I thought of, we all, listen. Let's see. Nah, because I told her straight up what to do last time, and she sounded like she was going to listen, and now she's coming back to me saying she didn't listen. Like, what? I don't like when people do that. It just sound like you understand, you know what to do now, and then you come back and you just for you to tell me you weren't listening. I don't like that, man. What's the word, man?
Oh, I apologize. I didn't even mean to join for real.
Nah, you good.
Yeah.
Yo, what's good, Dev? What's the word? What's good, Jess?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I'm recovering from a cold. Sorry.
Wait. Do you have your headphones in?
Yeah, let me.
Yeah, take it out so we can hear you better. Yo,
Okay.
it's good.
Okay.
Good.
Okay. I was married for 13 years with my high school sweetheart. Together 15 total.
Okay.
It was a very toxic relationship. It did get abusive realistically, it was always abusive, but I am divorced now, finally, but I'm trying to move on and heal. It's been about 2 years now since I've left him. So I'm not really in the dating scene, but I've noticed a lot of men come towards me. And no matter how hard I try to push them off, it's almost like I'm attracting the same type of guy. So I'm like...
Because remember, I always tell people this. When you're still vulnerable, you're not healed, you always attract a certain type of person. That's one of the things, right? Why you're not going for it. You're not really necessarily going for it too much because you recognize that that's what it is. But I mean, I just said, especially when it was 13 years, right? 15 altogether. That's going to take some time, right? That's definitely going to take some time. That ain't nothing easy. But I mean, you just got to be patient with yourself, honestly, in a situation like that.
I guess my question is because the dating scene has changed. A lot of my single girlfriends, they tell me what their stories are. And I'm like, oh my God, these men are literally out here just for that. So for me, I'm kind of nervous because I was in such a long relationship and it was so toxic. I'm nervous, like if and when I do get to that point in healing, if I ever do, because it's been a long road, but if and when I do start to date, how can I make sure that I'm not either running into the same guy or worse? Because that's one of my biggest fears.
We can't necessarily, I always tell people this, the best thing we can do is make sure we're mentally where we need to be. Self-esteem wise, especially self-esteem wise, right? Because remember, that's where everything's based off of. What I'm willing to accept and what I'm willing to go for, I can't control people, right? I can't control people. People always put their best foot forward, right? You know that. We can't control. We don't read minds. That's not it. We don't have those abilities, right? But what we can do is make sure that even when feelings are involved, because that will happen. We're human, right? If we see something that we don't like, or if we see something that's a non-negotiable, we're still able to step away. That's the main thing. And when you develop that skill, right? When you develop your self-esteem to where you can do that, dating becomes a lot easier for you. You're not concerned about people running into a bad guy or somebody wanting. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know that you're able to provide. You're able to provide for yourself. You already know that you don't want to go back to the 13-year situation, right? What that was, right? You have experience with that. And you're okay being single if need be. That's the main thing. But yeah, we can't. We're gonna fair dating. You can't fair it. Just work on yourself so that it can be easier.
Yeah. Okay. So it's probably a stupid question, but like once I do myself and I feel like, okay, I'm ready, how can I make sure that I'm truly ready? Because a part of me, I'm noticing that I feel like even though it's been a few years already, I'm like, okay, I'm almost to that point, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know if I'm there yet.
It's like I said, man. People, you're gonna always be coming across people, anyways, right? That's the reality of the type of situation. And you'll kind of see in their conversation. You know what I mean? You'll see. You'll see it. You'll see it 100%. But again, like, you're not dating out of fear. That's the main thing. Once you start dating out of fear, remember, people will sense that shit immediately.
Okay.
I'm telling you this right now. Your discernment is very important. If you're dating out of fear, I promise you, people will notice it. And if the wrong person comes across that, they'll use you. So just make sure that that's not what it is. You know what I mean? You'll learn as time goes on. I'm not lying.
Okay.
All right?
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I don't even send to that dating shit. Honestly, that's just me too. I mean, it's cool and all, but like, there's more to life. So if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, I'll live. That's how I see it. What's good? Yeah, what's the word?
It's be nice to me. Okay,
What?
I'm gonna punch you. No, it's a heart for you.
I have no idea what's going on there. Yo, what's the word, man?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's good?
Okay. So this was actually kind of similar to what the girl was saying before me, but it's kind of like, how do you know if you're ready for like dating and stuff like that? Because like there's this person, and I was on here before about another guy, but that once you told me what you told me, I was like, okay, that's bad. So there's this person, and he was like, oh, like, let's hang out. And I was like, okay. Like, in my mind, I was like thinking like, not really, because I really want to like focus on myself. But he didn't make it like a romantic thing, so I was like, oh, okay, cool, like, let's just hang out, whatever. So we hang out, and I do find him attractive, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did tell him that, but in no way, shape, or form was I like, oh my God, like, let me tell him this so that we get into like a situationship and like we start having like, it was not like that.
I'm confused. You weren't gonna go on a date because you didn't want anything necessarily romantic, whatever reason you have, right? You went on it because you felt like it was more friendly, right? But at the same time, you're telling that person that he's attractive, so on and so forth.
I mean, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I know that can come off confusing, but at the same time, in my mind, like, I feel like, how are you gonna like get to a point? Like, you have to be friends first. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I'm like, well, what's the point of me, just like being friends with him and not telling him like, yeah, I am attracted to him, like, physically, but like I don't know how he is.
Listen, the easiest, I'm gonna say this. That's the second easiest woman to manipulate. There's one that doesn't know.
What did you say?
The second easiest woman to manipulate is a woman that doesn't know exactly what she wants. Right? That you'll say one thing, but the way you're maneuvering is different, right? Or the thing that you're accepting is different. It's very easy to manipulate. And most people won't take you seriously. When it comes to platonic male friendships, that's what it is. That's what it will be, right? That's what you should keep it. Don't mix the two, right? You don't mix the two. Because once you start mixing it, it becomes easy for things.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, I realized that I feel like I was the one who like messed that up or kind of made it confusing, because after that, like, he wanted to like start calling me and stuff, and I'm like, but like I want like more distance, and I'm not really trying to, like, I'm trying to take things easy, but I don't know, I guess it's bad to tell people that, because when you're trying to start off platonic, yeah, I don't know, I just don't think it's a big deal sometimes to tell people that they're attractive, even if even if I am not ready to be romantic with them yet. Like, but here's my thing. I guess the reason why I'm confused by it is like, why? I guess to some people, they genuinely take it as like, dang, like, she wants to get things going romantically, like quickly, and it's like that's not necessarily what
I
I
have a
want.
very genuine question. How how old? Because I forgot to ask. How old are you, and how old are the guys that you're dating? Typically,
He's 24.
how old are you?
I was 25.
25.
Yeah, I was 25.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Don't, well, not too much on me, because I'm really just, the only thing is, I don't think it's a big deal, because I date girls too, and I think girls will just say, hey, like, I think you're cute, but that doesn't
That's a
necessarily.
different, no, no, even that's a different dynamic. You can't mix the two. Maybe okay. So maybe you're mixing how you would date women and how you would
Yeah.
date guys. You're mixing it up a little bit because that would be a different dynamic. If you're pursuing a girl, you're letting her know you look good, so on and so forth. That might just be a different dynamic. But so you can't mix the two with guys. Like, you gotta know exactly what you want there. Different dynamic.
Wait, I didn't hear that part that you were saying.
No, I'm saying like how you date women and how you're gonna date the guys. It has to be completely different though, right? You can't approach them the same way. You kind of get what I'm saying.
Yes, I think that's my problem, honestly, because I feel like with men, you really have to be platonic. Like,
it's either you're platonic or you're not. Don't mix it. Do not mix it.
wait, but I guess that's what's confusing. Like, how are you friends with someone before you get into a relationship, but it can't start off romantic. It has to start off platonic. It happens naturally, right?
It's either it's platonic or it's not. You don't
So
start
what you're
off,
saying is when you're interested in someone,
a potential relationship on a platonic level.
okay. See, but that's what's so confusing when people are like, "Oh, you got to be friends first."
Okay, when
How are
you're
you?
getting to know someone, right? Ideally, you're friends, right? If I'm pursuing you, I just met you. We're still friends, right? We're getting to know each other. We're friends at that level. Then that relationship progresses, right?
Yeah.
You're not a platonic friend.
But I'm not a platonic friend because I told him that I think he's attractive physically.
Huh?
You said you're basically saying I'm not a platonic friend because I already told him that I find him attractive physically.
When you start talking like that, it's gonna give that idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why he was like, wanting to like call me and stuff like that. And I was kind of like, no. But then, and now he hasn't like to me at all once I already, said like, I don't really want to talk like that. So I feel bad because I'm like, dang, like, I gave the impression, you know what I'm saying? Like, dang.
Yeah, you just listen again. Please keep the two separate. Platonic, not platonic. Keep it. Keep it separate. When you're platonic with somebody, you're just friends. That's all it'll ever be, right? Like, I don't even look at you like that. I don't even look at you like that at all.
Right.
Then that's platonic.
So, but wait, if you're gonna start off something romantic, then how would that start?
By them pursuing you. What? The guy pursuing you, right? You being interested in the said person. Y'all what? Y'all letting it be known in the beginning. Come on, bro. Hey. Pocket full, stop trolling me, bro. Hey, Pocket full, you know how this goes, bro. Come on.
All right,
Pocket full, man. What the hell? All right, let's come on. Let's be serious, man. I need you on here real quick. I ain't gonna lie. Let me see if she's still even in here. It was good. Yeah, that's the word, man.
Hey, KB, how are you?
What's going on?
Okay.
You take my advice, man?
Okay, so I tried to take your advice, but okay, things went left really quickly. So I realized, like, you were right. Like, I was not taking myself seriously. And I think the problem was just with the amount of people I'm dating. I'm seeing, like, different people, but he's the only one that I really actually liked. So it's like...
So you were lying when you were saying, well, I don't actually care.
Yes, I was definitely lying. And I realized, like, very quickly, like, I actually do care about this man. And we had a conversation. I'm like, he's telling me, like, he feels like I'm kind of, like, I don't take him seriously and I kind of talk down on him, which I realized, like, we come from different backgrounds. And, like, he even said, like, I don't even remember this. I apparently called his apartment complex ghetto. I don't remember saying that. He was upset about that. Okay. So he's going through finals and, obviously I was telling his grandfather died and everything. So I ended up just saying, you know what? I was at the mall, like I'm always shopping. So I told him It's like, I'm gonna just get you something like a candle because he loves candles. So I got him a little candle. I got him a little face mask.
Is this after I specifically told you to move on with your life?
Yes, this is after. Wait, no, but it's getting worse because I really actually KB, but I like him. Like, what? At what point, if you really like somebody, do you have to block them?
Y'all gotta tell me something. I need y'all to put me on.
No.
You gotta put me on game real quick. Y'all get up here to hear yourselves talk? Or y'all,
oh my God.
Nah, I was also. Y'all get up here to hear yourselves talk, but y'all get up here for answers.
No, I'm here for an answer. Like, I really tried to fix it though.
If I gave you the answer on 2 separate occasions, because I already see how he's looking at you, and I actually understand it.
Oh my God.
I understand it very well, actually. Right, and I notice that he's not going to unsee you for what he sees you for right now, and I can also understand that as well. Right? If I'm telling you that as somebody that I have no reason to lie to you at all, none, zero, we don't know each other from a can of paint.
Right.
What do you think you should continue?
I know. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, I might as well not even tell the rest of the story. But just long story short, basically, like, we got into it, and he was talking about how he was going through law school finals the other day. So this is like our finals week at our college. Like, I'm going through finals. We're in spring break right now, though. And he was telling me he's studying, and I told him, I was like, oh, we should go to the movies, like, to go see Sinners, because we have just been on a date a few days ago. He's like, oh, well, I'm like studying and can't do that right now. Like, my life is not going to be back to normal until May. Da, da, da. And I was drinking at that point. Like, I was having bottomless mimosas. Like, that was on a Saturday. So I'm like with my friends. And to me, what he said just kind of gave me sassy because he was like, okay, ma'am. Like, so, and it really wasn't sassy, KB. But anyway, this is what I told him. I said, LOL, good luck with life and like, good luck with your finals, ma'am. Like, I called him ma'am. So he called me. He's like going off on me. He's like, I have to step out the library because you're like saying all this shit to me. And then he ended up blocking me because he said apparently. And then he unblocked me. And it's like, it's just too much at this point, though.
I want y'all to know this. I want y'all to pick a side. It'll show up in every situation if you're not careful. That she has, in order for her to get it, the nigga has to get rid of her. I swear to God, look, hands in the air, I'm not lying to y'all. There's the girl, the way her personality is set up and the way she thinks, the only way that she'll ever get it is if the guy gets rid of her. That's the only way, right? And the guy also knows that. Then there's the girl who understands herself. She knows what's up. She carries herself with pride and dignity, right? And decorum. Yeah. When she notices things going a certain type of direction, she removes herself because she wouldn't want to put herself in a situation where the person that's supposed to pursue her in this world is getting rid of her. Y'all see that?
I realized I was the problem, KB. I realized that. That's why I was trying to lock in. I was like, you know what? I've really been being mean to him. I've been kind of going ghost on him. I've been acting like I don't care. I realized that, and I was like, you know what? I really like him, so let me, start being nice. But then I couldn't even control it Saturday, so it's like
you've been realizing things since the first day you met him. The first time you met him was, oh, he's a Q. You know what I mean? He's this, he the Braz. He's this, that, and the third, and I already know how this goes, but you still did shit. Oh, he's doing this, that, and the third, and we already know what that looks like. I've been there, we've seen that before, but you still did shit. You've been realizing things from the very beginning. So you're the definition of doing things.
But this is my question. What I'm asking is, so he did unblock me because he was like, I think that's going too far. He was like, you know what, I shouldn't have blocked you. And I'm like, yeah, I think that's kind of extreme. But I just wonder, like, is this even something I should even like continue to pursue? I feel like you're going to say no, of course. But it's just like, what if is he still going to see me as like being a bitch to him or whatever? Like, I feel like if I apologize, can I not apologize? Speak like I'm sorry.
I don't think the problem I don't think that's the problem. I genuinely don't think that's really the issue. It's not about whether you're being right? I don't think that's the main problem. It's one, it's a compatibility issue, right? And two, there's also a respect and seeing each other as an equal issue. He does not see you as an equal. Let's be real. Right? For numerous reasons. I'm telling you that it's over. Now, if you want to learn the hard way, do that. But don't keep coming to me for advice. I'm telling you what to do, and you're not listening. Yeah, I've been to
I'm gonna listen this time. I'm gonna listen this time.
Hey, look, I'm already knowing how that's gonna have to go for you to get it done. I already told him the 2 different types of joints. All right,
Okay.
KB, can you explain the living before marriage? Oh yeah, I made a video talking about not dating people. They was cussing me out. I told him that it's delusional. I told him it's delusional if you move in with somebody without being engaged or married. They started cussing. All the Cinderellas in my comments. Oh, you're wrong. I moved in with my husband 65 years ago, and we're still together now. The fuck out of my comments, nigga. Like, you think because you happen to be the 3% that I should advise everybody to go, to try what you tried? The fuck? Why the fuck would I do that? I actually tell people you think because you the 3% and you feel like it worked for you, I should go try. They're like, the fuck, they swear they cool as hell on my shit. Talking about something, I didn't know, I knew my boyfriend for 12 years, and it wasn't until I moved in a year ago that I found out who he was. Man, if you don't get the fuck on at my comments. What the fuck? Y'all be too quick to shack up real quick. And it's fucked up because shacking up, it really never really benefits the woman for it. Maybe financially in some cases, but in the long run, it really doesn't benefit you. The advice that I was giving them, right? Make sure there's like an actual agreement so that you don't get fucked over, right? Or you end up with a child, or you end up being come on, man. I'm trying to tell them to save themselves before it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Let's see.
Hello.
What's the word? Can you give some advice for college dating? Don't take it serious. It was good.
Okay. Right. Hi. So I talk a lot about like this topic, especially on live, because like I also go through it. I wanted to give advice to that other girl because like she was saying how she met this guy and he was talking about like telling his parents about her or whatever. And honestly, like I went through that same exact thing. Like I met this guy and it was like a month that we were talking and he told his parents about me and his family. And I thought it was serious. Like I was literally in delusion like her, and everyone online was telling me, no. I learned the hard way. Like bro pumped and dumped. And honestly, like that was probably like one of my biggest regrets for sure. That's why I wanted to say, like, don't do it. Like 90% of the time, like it's not gonna go the right way. But I also wanted advice because like even though I constantly get myself into toxic relationships and shit, like I just want to know, like, how do I stop craving that? Craving like love, finding love, because I've been through so much shit. It's like, how do I stop wanting that? So
stop craving love?
Yeah.
I mean, wait. So how long have you been single?
For like a month. Like,
so you're in that phase right now where it's like you're so accustomed to whatever you had going on. You were so accustomed to that person, it kind of ended abruptly, right? Or it didn't end the way you ideally wanted it to, right?
Yeah.
Take a walk.
That's true.
You'll take a walk, man. Take a walk. Understand? If you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 19. Just turned 18.
Oh, you're 19. Yeah. Hey, listen, man. Take that walk. Take it easy, man. You ain't even hit your 20s yet, man. We'll be all right. I always tell people that's why I only do 21 plus on here. That relationship that you typically go through at 19 it's really a canon event. It's really, like it's not the end of the world though. Okay?
I was
take
hoping.
It easy. No. Take it easy. Take your walk, man. And you feel me?
It's just harder because I don't have friends and shit. So it's like I search for that in relationships.
But you gotta remember, you gotta develop that relationship with yourself first before you go out looking for relationships. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That way you won't feel this way if things end. Develop that relationship with you first. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy you, and then we can talk about everything else. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's it, and that's that. I appreciate you hopping on, man. Yeah.
Bye.
Nah, for real though, I ain't gonna lie. That relationship at 19 is over. I told you it began like that, man. What we got? Somebody said meanie. Shit, not as mean as some of the niggas y'all be talking to. What's good, man?
Hi.
What
So I have like this little situation. Okay, so basically, okay, I'm 21 by the way, and he's turning 21 next week.
You're 21?
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's turning 21 next week.
Okay.
Okay, so we started off like we started off as friends in school. We was like when we was like 16, maybe 17, because he was always in the year below me, like 1 year below me. So we started off in school. It was like kind of messing around with each other a little bit, like in that way.
In what way?
In intimately.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but we was always like friends.
So friends with benefits. He was getting
Okay. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So obviously now that we're older, I was in a 3-year relationship. So in that relationship, when me and my ex would have like breaks, I would speak to him. So it was kind of like on and off. Now I'm like fully single. We kind of went out properly last week. So we went out to a spa. Oh, if you hear a baby in the back, it's my nephew.
Are you saying you're saying you went out with the same person that had you as a friends with benefits for however many years?
Okay, no, he didn't have me as friends with benefits.
I made the mutual decision to be friends with benefits.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's a mutual decision.
So you're saying you went out with him? That was cool with that, with having you like that, basically.
Okay, no wait.
Because you just got out of an on and off relationship, right? Which obviously means you're vulnerable now, ideally. Right? You're not really necessarily in a situation to where you should be dating because it just happened, right?
Yeah.
Real quick, I'm sure he's aware of that as well, right?
It's kind of choppy.
Right, but I'm sure he's aware that that's what just happened as well, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and what's your goal ideally with him?
Okay, that's what I'm gonna get to. Also, if you hear a baby in the back, it's my nephew. I'm watching him. But yeah, so basically, we went to a spa together. Also, last year when me and my ex was together, this boy had texted me and he was like, he wants to start talking to me like properly, like actually talking to me.
And he already knew about the guy at that point, right?
Yeah. He said he's been
off rip the fact that he's even trying that with her, which we already knew that, right? But he doesn't really respect her on that level, right? Because you got to remember, if he's trying her like that, he knows she's in a relationship. And they were also friends with benefits before, and she was cool with that. Like, she thought that was to some degree normal. We see that there's a lack of respect thing. You know what I'm saying? How he's approaching that situation. Now that they're actually broken up, my turn. Yeah, kind of get what I'm saying?
No. See, it's not like that, because last year when me and my ex did break up, because me and my ex was kind of like, we used to go through stuff. So when me and my ex did break up last year, he did end up texting me. He said,
you respond, right?
Huh?
You would respond, right?
I didn't respond. No, I did. He ended up texting me. He was saying he wants to speak to me, like he wants to properly get to know me and stuff, etc. And I was like, no, because I knew me and my ex would get back together, which we did, because we only broke up this year. So yeah, we ended up going to a spa last week, and it was very okay, so bear in mind, he's celibate right now. Okay, let me just put that there. He's celibate. But the day we went to the spa, he's been celibate for 6 months. So the day we went to the spa, it was kind of like intimate, but not with sex, just like eye contact and everything. All of those things. And we got a massage, we got a spa massage together. And then when we went out to eat, etc., we was just like walking and talking and all those things. And then when we went back to his, we just watched Netflix and that. But he was like, yeah, so we was literally just chilling. And then he was like, obviously he'd been celibate for 6 months, right? But he broke his celibacy. That's what I'm gonna say.
For you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see. But y'all called it before. I was reading the comments. Y'all called
and I asked him twice if he wanted to.
Real quick. Y'all called it before she even said it. Ain't that some shit? I was reading the comments. I was reading it. Y'all said exactly why he was saying that. The whole celibacy front. Y'all see why he was doing that. Y'all called the tactic before she even said that shit out of her mouth. Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah. So he did end up breaking it, and before he did, I asked him 3 times, "Are you sure?" Because I don't want no one to break their celibacy for me.
I'm sure he was very sure.
But what makes you say that? Like, I just want to know, because I also posted something on my story and I said,
You want me to tell you the truth?
like I posted like a little thing.
You want me to tell you the truth? You want me to tell you the truth?
Go on. Yeah.
For these people that you're dating, you're easy and vulnerable, so they take advantage of you whenever they get the opportunity. They don't see people. Yes.
But the thing is,
you're doing these things. So the people that you're talking to, right? That's X or the other person, right? To them, you're easy and vulnerable, right? You don't have any backbone or standards, so they utilize that, right? And it works. I'm telling you the reality. That's really why it's happening like that.
No. Wait, hold on. Because first of all, we did know each other in school, but the fact how I know he was celibate is because he was talking to another girl, and they literally stopped talking because she didn't want to be celibate. How I know this is because when me and him went out to the spa, she was texting his phone saying you're out with another girl, etc. And that's the reason they stopped talking.
Yeah, because come on, bro. Come on, let's be real. So essentially, you got lied to and manipulated.
Wait, what do you mean? I don't.
You said that the reason why you know is because the girl texted him saying you're out with another girl, not because you didn't say anything about the reasoning behind they separated. He told you why they separated. That's also a lie. He told you that, right?
Yeah.
It's also a lie. You're very gullible.
But what would he be lying about if we known each other since we was like, what, 16?
He was remember, y'all were friends with benefits as well, right? He's looking for the same thing. That's all it is. And to him, because you're just getting out of that relationship, he had to word it a certain type of way to get what he wanted from you. Very simple. Because last time he tried to go about it the proper way, you went right back to the ex and you didn't give him what he wanted, right?
Do you want to know the thing though?
You had to approach it different. But you're not.
The thing is though, before the spa, we did meet again. Like before the spa, I did go to his house. I meant to pick up some food, but we did go to his room and we was like Netflix and chilling or whatnot. And he was not trying to do anything because he didn't want to break his celibacy then. Do you understand what I'm saying?
What question do you have for me, man?
I'm
I see what's going on.
I'm trying to understand you.
Y'all gotta remember, man, I've been in the business 5 years, so I've come across people who think like that a lot of times. I know it's gonna have to happen earlier. What question do you have?
I'm trying to understand what you're saying because you're saying he's lying.
It's gonna have to get very wicked for you.
I'm just trying to understand what it is he's lying about because that's what you're saying. I'm trying to actually understand you.
So, all right, fast. Like I told you, you're being used because they think you're easy and vulnerable. You have no backbone. Very simple. Now, if you don't want to listen to that and you want to make excuses for it, then make excuses for it and learn the hard way. That's fine, right? But I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you and they've proved it. Even Matt, think about it. You're telling me from your perspective, right? Could y'all imagine how if they were to come up here and tell me what it is? If this is from her perspective, good God Almighty, imagine what it's like in real life. Nah, for real. She's telling me from her perspective and then fighting me when I tell her the real, right? So that means technically she's not telling me all that I need to know, right? Could you just imagine what really be going on? I'm gonna tell you this right now, right? Either you're gonna learn this the easy way or you're gonna learn this the hard way.
Okay, because the question I had for you was, would you say he actually genuinely liked me?
No, you would not lie to you about that or treat you that way if they did. No.
But what makes you say it's a lie? I'm like, it's a genuine question.
He was celibate for 6 months and magically he broke it for you? Like, are you kidding me? He was Netflix and chilling and he was celibate for 6 months and magically he's just gonna break it for you? And the girl, you saw that girl complaining in his phone, talking about something with another girl? So you don't think that's He magically broke it for the girl that he was friends with benefits with before. Magically. That's who. If he was celibate, he went to go talk back to a girl that he was friends with benefits with before. And he's being celibate and changed.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So, because I did post something, I don't know, because he just gave the energy that he actually, I don't know, it was just weird, the whole spa thing, but yeah.
Y'all gotta understand that the point of our life isn't to necessarily get on them at that level, because at the end of the day, bro, we live and we learn in our different ways. Our journeys are gonna be different. But if I'm telling you, right, straight to your face, that this person is not taking you seriously, I'm not lying to you. Take that step back and maneuver differently.
Yeah.
Reevaluate how you're maneuvering, right? Because these people think they're getting off on you. I'm telling you that right now. I want you to reevaluate how you're maneuvering, who you're accepting into your life, who you're associating with, the types of people you're associating with, so that you can actually have a better experience dating instead of being used. That's that. Nothing else to it.
Okay. Thank you.
I appreciate you having on, yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Nah, she's gonna call him and ask if it's true. Oh man, yeah, y'all crazy as hell in the comments, man.
Hi.
What's the word?
Okay, so first of all, love your lives. So to get to my question, okay, so 2 questions, if that's okay. So first of all, so there's this like stereotype, so from my experience, really bad relationship, 4.5 years, red pill content, quite toxic, yada, yada, yada. And I basically one day just got sick of it and kind of ghosted him, blocked him on everything and whatnot. And it's been like nearly 9 months. Does the second girl after get better treatment? Like from a guy's opinion?
We're not even.
Sorry?
Them 9 months, we gotta. What were you doing within them 9 months to where you're asking this type of question?
Oh, for myself, you mean? Like, as in life in general?
You gotta think about it. The question that you're asking right now is telling me that she didn't go from that situation. Obviously. Why are you asking me what this is? The person that you were in a horrible situation with for 4 years ago, wasted 4 years of your life, you're asking me how they're gonna treat the next girl. So that tells me immediately that you're not, what were you doing within them 9 months?
What I was doing. So I went back to school. I'm getting my law diploma. I'm trying to get my driver's license. I'm trying to move out. I have been doing the whole like focusing on me, getting back into hobbies and stuff like that. I've not dated. I've been out with my friends, but not dated or got with anyone or anything like that.
So you've been taking care of yourself?
Yes.
So you're on, okay, so that sounds like you're on the right track. What the hell, at this point, after you did all that work, what does the answer to that question do for you at this point? Your 4 years are gone. You're not getting them back. Right? And you're asking me what he's going to do with the next person?
I don't know.
I don't even like you. You're doing your school-wise, you're doing your support, which I like to hear. You know what I mean? You haven't really been dating, which you've been doing your healing. What does the answer as to what he's going to do with the next girl? What is that going to do? Is that going to put money in your pockets?
No, you're right. You're right. I didn't think about that. No, you're right. I don't know. It's like I don't know. Maybe I'm just not fully over it. And second question. Give me a second.
Girls think differently. Y'all can think differently, non-differently, same, non-same. But at the end of the day, whether you want to think differently or not, if you don't think how you need to think, guess what's going to happen?
I guess kind of why I asked the initial question is like, how comes if the next girl was to get change, how comes I didn't get the change? You know, if that makes sense, like the better version of him.
I have a question for you. Do you think every person we come across is going to be one for us?
Well, this is like my first love, by the way. Like we're talking 17 to 21, so quite a bit of I guess, interesting age. So yes, I did. I in this case, I did. Yes, okay.
You need to take care of yourself. That guy was never for you. Which is why it was the way it was. This is why it was so toxic. If he was for you, it would have never gotten there. See, the problem is a lot of y'all, y'all were raised on, thinking that if you're solid and you run through 10 brick walls, a nigga's gonna give a fuck up at the end of the day, right? But it's just not true. The more brick walls you run through, the more resentment grows, right? So and this is what you're not understanding. The more brick walls you run through for somebody, the more years you put in with somebody, right? That was already disrespectful to you. They already treated you a certain type of way. The more it will be like all for nothing, essentially, when it comes down to it. Because if it's going to end, it's going to end, and it's going to end regardless, right? How you decide to go about it while you're in that situation is completely up to you, right? So you were in that situation that was like that for 4 years, just for y'all to end anyways. What you have to do now, the question that you got to ask me, how do I make sure we don't do it again, right? Because that's all that matters. You're never getting back with him.
No, yeah, I'm not, for sure.
That's just going to happen again, right? So why does it, why, you know what I'm saying? What, you 21, 22? Why does that happen?
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Focus on how you can move forward and make sure that you're not in a you don't have the mentality to where you're putting up with things, the thing that you have to put up with things just to get a certain version of somebody. You don't. People maneuver how they need to maneuver for the people who they think actually deserve it, right? If I think that this is the woman for me, I'm going to treat her that way. Right? It's not going to be that. It's not going to be back and forth and toxic, this, that, and third, like with kids. Right? It's not going to be that.
Yeah, I think you just said everything I needed to hear.
Look, learn from your last situation and never do that shit again. Your life will be better. You learned it early.
All right. Thank you so much.
The more y'all concern yourselves with things that I can't control, you'll get older a lot early. You'll start looking a lot older a lot early, right? Right? She's 21. I don't want, not that y'all stressing yourself. If we're worrying about things that we can't control, right? We cannot control it. It's impossible. You see what I'm saying? You see how that could do more harm to us? If there's nothing I could do about how somebody felt about me at the end, and I'm sitting here concerned about it every single day. Damn, I should have did this. Damn, I should have done that. Damn, I shouldn't have. It's done already. Now what? It's not even. Oh, damn. Nah, I done lost hella requests. That's good though. That means y'all learning. Y'all learning. What's good?
Can you hear me good? Because they say I need headphones.
Nah, you good. I can hear you. What's the word? How old are you real quick?
I'm 20. So then boom. I'm just asking you.
Wait. How old are you?
I'm 20.
21 plus, y'all. 21 plus. So then boom. I already knew where that was going. Yeah, 21 plus. Normally when there's a boom in it, yeah, the niggas be booming it up, man. I ain't gonna lie. Whenever there's a boom, y'all. No, I know, but it is 21 plus though. It's 21 plus, gang. Nothing personal. What's the word? Oh. Alright. Nothing personal towards you at all, gang. Yo, what's the word, yeah? What's good, Jess?
Oh, hi. I didn't even know that I was on already. I was waiting. But basically, it's this guy's birthday next week. I'm from the UK, obviously, as you can hear. And he's basically paid for my ticket to come on see him next week in Boston.
Wait, real quick. Wait, you're dating somebody?
Well, I met him in 2023. And like he's been speaking, I know his mom and everybody. We've met everybody. Like he's met my parents. I've met his parents. But
y'all aren't dating. It's been since 2023.
Yeah, there was like a little gap.
It's like a pen pal, like
No. I actually met him in real life when I was out there in Boston, and then
okay. So, but the reason why he didn't really commit to you is because you're not really there. You're not in that right. That was the thing.
Right.
No, it's not right. That's not right at all.
No. I'm not asking for like there was actually a gap, and I was doing whatever I'm doing. I'm just saying for next week.
All right, boom. All right, what's
yeah, so like it's his birthday the 22nd, and I'm gonna be landing on the 21st.
Okay.
And then he's like, he's gonna be celebrating on the weekend on the 25th. But he was like, oh, you can go out with your my cousin lives out there as well. He's like, you can go out with your cousin, I'll go out with my boys. Why pay for me to come to Boston to spend a week with me, and then on your actual celebration day? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, because you're going there for a reason that he is thinking of.
But he can already do that with someone that's already out there. Like, you didn't need to pay for me to come out there.
I mean, what if he wanted some UK? You know what I'm saying? Because I heard like, all right, what if he wanted some little, he wanted some foreign shit, man? What if, you know what I mean? Like,
that's just stupid. Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, I mean, it's like I said, whether it makes sense or not, that within itself kind of tells you though, right? Like, you're inviting me out here, and on the day of your birthday, we're not even gonna do what we're, you know what I'm saying?
No, I am gonna be with him on the day of his birthday. It's the weekend.
The weekend itself, yeah.
He's actually going out.
So you're gonna be there on the day of the birthday, which we could all assume why, right? But on the weekend, he's telling y'all we gotta go our separate ways.
Yeah, but I'll be with him the whole time, so I don't understand why you'd waste your money. That's just a waste of money. I wouldn't have wasted my money personally.
All right, so let me ask you something. What's your goal? What ideally did you want? What were you looking for?
I just wanted to know, like, what? Seeing as I'm
talking about with you, like, with him, like, what was your goal with him?
I don't have a goal. Like, to me, I'm just like, well, who don't want to go out of the country? I've already been out there, and I'm always out there like every year, so why not? And then I'm like, well, I just want to know if I'm good when I go out wherever I'm going to do what the hell I want to do, basically. Because it's free game. At this point, you pay for me to be there, but then you don't want to be with me on the actual like weekend celebration.
But y'all aren't together.
Right. But then the way he's moving is like we are, but then it's just like, yeah.
But y'all aren't together. I don't care how he's moving. Y'all aren't. It's been 2 years. Y'all aren't together.
Cool. That's all I wanted to know.
You know what you're going there for. You know what that ticket was bought for.
Right.
So it's either you're willing to go play that role, right? Whatever, if that's what you're into, right? You're willing to go play that role and do exactly what he tells you to on the weekend, which is to go separate ways, or you're not down for that. That's gonna make you feel weird.
Right.
We know what there's no relationship. It's been 2 years.
I hear it.
So
that's what I asked about. There's no complaint. I hear it.
Hey, good luck to you though. All right, man.
All right.
Y'all, like, I'm saying, like, yeah. He had I don't. We gotta lock in, y'all. We gotta lock in. Let's see. Let's get Sunflower here, man. What's the word, man?
I can accept it. It's a.
Hey, wow, I got you after this game. Go ahead. Hello? Sunflower, what's the word, man? This nigga Sunflower don't mute herself, left the lock down. I got you, gang.
Oh, awesome. Okay. So, hey, how are you?
I'm doing all right, man. What's going on?
Okay, so I started watching your videos when I was in this relationship. It was about 2 years ago. The reason I'm bringing it up is because something recently just happened. So the relationship was toxic. I broke it up after watching your videos. And then just last year,
He tried to come back. He tried sending me money. Actually, he did send me money. He's blocked, by the way. He sent me like 500 one time and then another 500 later. I kept the money and I didn't respond back to him. And then afterwards, he called me from a blocked number. I thought it was like one of those debt collectors because I owed college money. And I did have some money to pay them back. So that's why I answered. I was like, hello. And it was kind of like silent. I was like, hello. And he was like, oh, hey. At first, I didn't recognize the voice. I was like, who is this? He was like, oh, it's me. And I was like, yeah. My heart started like, you know, like I started to like get who that was. And then he started apologizing. He was like, oh, I'm sorry for how I treated you and this and that and the third. I'm not trying to manipulate you. This is not to get you back or anything. It's just me apologizing. I just want you to know. And then he sneak in but I miss you. And then, oh, I'm talking too much. I just want to say that you're a good person, this and that. I know you don't befriend people you used to talk to. I know you don't. This happened like 2 weeks ago, by the way. I know you don't, like go back to people you used to talk to. I know you don't befriend them, but I was wondering if there's any type of way we can be friends and stuff like that. And if you need help with anything, also I'm in school, I'm getting money now. If you need help with anything, I can help you financially, this and that, blah, blah, blah. After the conversation was done, I blocked them again. But I just wanted to tell my story so people can hear, you know, we out here listening.
All right, that's all right. Hey, listen, keep standing on business, man. All right, that's all you need to do. All right, that's all I wanted to hear, man. Yo, as long as niggas is, I mean, y'all know I don't be having shit to say when people are standing on business, man. I like to hear it. Yeah. I would have wanted that do to come a little quicker though, you know. Yeah, I wanted to once you hear it comes. Sometimes you know the voice. Once you hear do. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to hear, man. I'm not really for the, you know, yeah. KB send me money type shit. It's me. I saw some Jones in there. It was good, yeah.
I've been accepted. I don't have anything to say. I'm just looking at all the comments. I'm like, the people on this live are like not as smart. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, oh my God. Like, I'm so shocked, but I have nothing else to say because I'm not dating anyone at the moment and focusing on like work and yeah. So hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you, man. You good though?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you for asking.
All right. What's the word, man?
Oh, I didn't even know that I had a request on here still. I thought I canceled it. Honestly, I was just listening to the stories, and I've been listening to your advice for a while. And you have a lot of patience because most of the time, everyone who gets on here just wants to justify why they keep going back. And from listening to you, the why doesn't matter. Like, it really, truly doesn't matter. And I think people get tight because from an outside perspective, you're able to see the bullshit. And it's not what they want to hear. And no matter how you put it, they're not going to like it because it's the truth. And I'd be like, damn. Because I understand. Like, I used to be in their shoes. But I try to see it from your perspective now. And it really has changed.
Hey, man, listen, I you know, if y'all just listen to my advice, you know, I'm not leading anybody astray, man. You know what I mean? Y'all just lock in. Hey, I appreciate y'all putting on. Hi, gang.
Yeah, I really just wanted to say that because I feel like it may not be the best thing. Like, no one wants to hear, obviously, when your feelings are involved, but it's not like you're doing it from a place of malice.
Oh yeah, no, hell no, you know, I'm not that type of person even in real life.
Yeah, so. I just want to say I appreciate your advice. So.
Jumping on, man. All right. Yeah, man, I be wanting everybody to win. You know what I mean? That's it and that's all. You know what I mean? So If I gotta word it a little bit, you know, a little bit harsher, I gotta do what I gotta do. So and that's all, man. Let's see.
I'm not really talking to anybody right now, but like I wanted advice because like, so basically I want to get back into dating, but like I feel like everyone's full of shit and like they're trying to play me. So like whenever a guy talks to me and he says like the wrong thing, like I'll just block him immediately. I won't even carry on the conversation if we go on a date. And then like I like the date, but he does something bad, he's gone. Like, and I got played like really, really bad like 2 years ago. So that's why like
you learn from what you. But look, well, here's the main thing though. You feel like you really learned from that situation. Do you feel like you would ever put yourself in a position to where you'd even be on that type of timing again, like 2 years ago type timing?
no, like 2 years ago, I was like, I started talking to him when I was 19, and like we broke up. I want to say right before I turned 21. So he broke my heart. Like he basically had sex with another girl, and I lived right across from him. Like we were neighbors, and I didn't even know that. And
Wait. You did that shit while living right across from me?
yeah, like we were in college, and like our doors were like I could see his door from my window, and he like, yeah, it was bad. Like, and I had went through his phone and like found out, and I kicked him out like at 2 a.m. and it was really bad. And then like we still started talking, but it was just like I learned to like not mess with anybody like that anymore. But like I don't know how to get back into dating without like thinking, oh, I'm gonna get played again.
Being a little bit too, you know, being like fearing it a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
Happen again. I mean that's also part of the healing process, right? I think, like I said, I think the main thing I keep telling people this, man, but really the main thing is having confidence. When you're confident in your ability to really walk away when it comes time, like to really never be in that situation ever again, you're not going to fear talking to anybody. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to fear any type of outcomes. Understand that people are always going to put their best foot forward, right? So you know that's always going to happen. People are going to find a way to have you like that, right? Whether it's how attractive they are, how they talk to you. Expect that. And when people start acting weird like you've been doing, you maneuver. That's it and that's that. It's all about anticipation. You have to anticipate how people move. Right? People are gonna want, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna talk a good game, they're gonna look good, right? They're gonna do all these things to make you like them. That's a part of the dating part. That's the dating part. As long as you are dating for your benefit, for the most part, right? To where you are being treated how you need to be treated. That's all. That's it, and that's all. The minute niggas decide they don't want to get comfortable and so on and so forth, you know what to do. That's it. I wouldn't be scared of it.
All right. Thank you. That's all I had to say. Thank you.
I appreciate you dropping on, man. And I give it time for real. I don't. Hey, man. I gotta understand. People are fucking weird. You know, y'all have to remember that people are fucking weird. Once you internalize that statement within itself, it's gonna be very, very, very easy. You know, for you to get rid of people when it comes time. And that's just what it is. Now, word up. Yo, what's the word, man? Hello? Niggas be accepting the request, doing all that just to not say anything, man. Nah, she fucking some shit up right there.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yo, yeah, I can hear. What's the word?
Okay, what's up, KB? It's been a minute.
Hey, man, what's going on?
It's like not that serious, but basically, I just need a little bit of advice because I know my habits and I know I know that the way that I'm thinking is because it's a habit and it's not actually accurate. But basically, like I know that I'm just too nice to people. And anyway, point is, I've been like talking to this guy. We met like a month and a half ago. And I'm at that point where like I kind of want to end things with him, but I feel like I could tell that he's really, really into me. And I could tell that like we're heading down a certain path where shit's about to get really serious. And I just feel bad. And I don't want to ghost him,
Let me ask you
but I don't know what to do.
if somebody got on a slide, right? If he got on the slide, matter of fact,
Mm-hmm.
said the exact same thing that you just said to me, word for word, bar for bar, what would you want him to do? What would you want me to tell him?
Well, probably just to be honest. But I feel like be honest, be like, tell him why it is that I don't want to hang out with him. But it's like, I just feel bad because the reason is basically like, he just gives me the ick. Like, it's gotten to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm not that into you.
Understandable, right? You know, I'm not, it happens, right? But what would you want me to tell him to do if he said the same thing about you?
To be honest, I guess I know that that's probably what I should do. I just don't. I don't know. Like,
I forgot to wait, real quick. How old are you?
I'm 22. That's the other thing. He's a year younger than me, and that's like another reason why it's like weird. But I know that's like not that big of a difference, but it is kind of because like I don't know. It's a long thing, but
A lot of the time, you know, like I said, women also date out of hurt. So what they feel like niggas done to them, they want to do it to niggas. You know, they're right there. You know, just as much as niggas don't want to be alone and niggas want to use people and lead them on, women have it too. That's just what it is. Now, again, yo, little, if you don't want it being done to you in the future, right, or if it has been done to you, you know how it feels. Maneuver. Maneuver from the situation. You don't got to lead anybody on, right? You don't want to put all that negative energy into the world, man. That's it and that's that.
yeah, that's fair. No, I know that's valid. I guess I needed to hear it from you. Everyone's been telling me to just like block him and just ghost him, and I feel like that's so mean because he hasn't done anything wrong.
Bro, what you're doing is meaner, little. That's wicked. What you're doing. I'm telling you that right now.
It is really
what you're doing right now is worse, gang. Let's be real.
Yeah. No, that's valid.
Hey, man. Good luck to you, what?
Thank you.
Man. Sabita. See the villain origin story? Yeah, nah, Sabi. It was good.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Wait. Just hear me out. I'm not trying to make an argument. I was just trying to finish off the last part because I was getting confused when we were talking about.
I could barely hear you, man.
You can't hear me?
Nah, yeah, you got your headphones in.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. What's going on, man?
Okay, what I was trying to say was the ending part, which was when he was calling me. So we had talked and everything, and then I had said, I'm gonna not, call you regularly. Like, I'm just gonna, like, this is basically my boundary. Is like, usually I'm not gonna answer calls with like people who are like new. And he was just like, okay, cool. But then he called me right back, like 30 minutes later. And to me, it was just a little like off, in my opinion, because I didn't feel like it warranted that response. What I said warranted that response.
From him?
Yeah. Yeah. If a girl did that with you, would you do that? Like, is that wrong?
Yeah, what do you want from him, man?
I really just wanted to get to know him as a person, but I didn't really think that it was gonna be a big deal for me to tell him like, yeah, like, I'm not gonna call regularly. Like, I'd rather message. Like, I don't know. And we were on the phone for like 30 minutes talking about other things anyway. That was just something I ended it with. So that's why I'm like, what?
He doesn't want to get to know you, man.
You just said that because you said that in the comments. He literally was calling me after I told him not to. Yeah, no, you're saying he doesn't want to get to know me, like, in a way. You're saying he wants to, like, have sex with me. Like, I get that.
Pocket full, man. I need you to just lock in, man. Figure out exactly what you want with your life, all right, man?
But what is it that I'm not understanding?
Well, I keep telling you, there's a difference between a platonic friendship, right? When it comes to being pursued on that level, right? There's a difference between being platonic, like I told you before, and actually, being, pursuing somebody. If you were gonna be platonic with that individual, you don't admit any type of feelings, or you know what I mean. You don't, there's certain things that you just don't say because you don't want to make things weird. It was weird when he started saying certain things and then backing up when he moved towards you. You see what I'm saying? So you just have to know exactly what you want, all right? And if you don't know exactly what you want, you probably should just stay away from people. You know what I'm saying? So that it doesn't. That's it and that's that. All right?
Okay, you ate that. Thank you.
I appreciate you having on. Hey, man, I got time for a couple more, man. Anybody else need, what I'm saying? Anybody else need that one-on-one? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. For somebody, Pocket, nah. She drained me. I think that one. I don't know. It was something about that conversation just started to drain me. I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Word up, just leave is crazy. That's where I was at work. I got a couple more. I don't got no requests, man. All of a sudden, everybody wanted, all of a sudden, everybody wanted the one-on-one, man. Huh? I be giving them great stuff. I be chilling with them, though, man. I be wanting them to lock in.
Yeah. All right, don't mind the background. My son is watching Mickey Mouse right now. But I just had to hop on here and tell you something so funny. Like, I'm 24, by the way. Anyway, so tell me why I met this guy. This guy slid in my DMs or whatever. I was like, I'm just going to give you a try, right? I was trying to be nice. Never doing this again. So he takes me on a date, but like before the date or whatever, he was talking about happy hour. I'm like, why is he always talking about happy hour, right? He just kept mentioning it. I'm like, all right, bro, like, okay, I guess. Why we go, and he's ordering from the appetizer only. I'm like, oh, right? I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. We're getting to know each other. So I just let it slide. Why Sunday, he's texting me all day, yada, yada, and then Monday, I don't hear from him. Why he yada, yada, and then Monday, I don't hear from him. Why he go...
So, you went on a date with somebody because...
Because we was talking for like a good 2 weeks. I was like, you cool, we can go. But I was like, yeah, I had a feeling.
You're telling me the reason why you went on a date with him was because you were trying to be nice?
Not really. I was like, I was feeling him, whatever. And then like once he did all that, I said, yeah, it's over with. Yeah, I can't do that no more. And second of all, I just want to say, so when are you getting that TV stand?
No, don't start with me, bro.
Right. And for the chat, I love when y'all clock the tea. Love you guys. You guys make my day.
I appreciate y'all for knowing. Nigga, I know, man. We're always trolling about this TV stand. Nah, I'm getting it together, man. I'm getting it together. You know what I'm saying? Anybody else, man? All right, I got one more. I got Lil Rennie on here, man. Let's see. What's good, Lil Rennie?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so I am over 21. I just don't want to say my age because I feel old compared to your audience. But I'm over 21. So I just want to see if I did too much in this situation. So I met this guy at Starbucks. He's 35. I'm younger than him. Okay, so I'm 28.
What? Like what?
I don't know. I feel old.
All right, go ahead. 28, 35. All right.
Okay, so I met him at Starbucks. He was really sweet. We just chit chat for a little bit, maybe like 20 minutes, nothing crazy. And so he asked for my number, and I was like, I'll give you my Instagram because, I don't like to really give strangers my phone number.
Right.
So we talked on Instagram maybe about a week, and we went on our first date to it was this nice restaurant. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Firebirds. It's nice. Yeah, it's probably like an East Coast thing.
Yeah.
So it's a nice restaurant. We went on the date maybe like an hour, and he was like, after the date, he was like, "Do you want to go to the movies?" And I was just like, "No," because it was a first date, so I didn't want to we're going to dinner into a movie.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like I didn't know him like that to do all that.
Right.
So fast forward, we went on 2 more dates. But the third, it wasn't really a date. The third was more like a meetup. So we both work from home. So I was just working from home one day. He was like, "Oh, you should come over. We could do like a co-op, you know how those co-op spaces." And I thought that was kind of cute. Don't get me wrong. I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cute, whatever." So I went over there after my lunch break. So I wasn't there all day. But I was there for a while. I was there for a little bit. So I got there probably 1:30. And I think I left around 7:30. So I got off work around 5, and we just watched Beauty and Black on Netflix for a little while. Okay, so fast forward. I don't know what happened. I just realized I didn't really like him. I wasn't attracted to him. I tried to date him, get to know him, because you can be attracted to people after you kind of get to know them, but after 3 meetups, I was just like, I'm not really feeling him. So I let him know. I was just like, "Hey, I didn't say I'm not feeling him because I wasn't trying to be rude, but I was just like, hey, I don't see myself dating you right now. So blah, blah, blah." And he texted me, he was like, "Oh, I'm not going to give up on you." I'm like, "Okay, whatever. I gave up on you. So I don't really care." Oh wait, no, sorry. I went too far. So before I realized I didn't really like him, he texted me, huh?
I mean, I'm thinking about it from his perspective. But I mean, at least he was honest. Shit. Go ahead.
That's my thing. I'll be honest with you. But anyway, I don't want to be up here talking too long. So before I said that to him, we were supposed to meet up again, but he was acting weird, just randomly. So we weren't texting as much as we.
Wait, hold on. After you already told him that you weren't going to move forward, and you just told me the reason why you're not that attracted to him. Cool.
No, I went too far. So before I told him that.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm a little scatterbrained. So, and I will actually tell you, that wasn't the first time that I told him I didn't want to date him. The first time I told him I didn't want to date him was before we actually went out on our first date. Because I was just like I said, I just wasn't attracted to him.
So you just be doing shit for the plot. You're not intentional on how you date either.
Okay, so this is what I need to hear. I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I'm trying to think because you don't take yourself seriously either. Because you're saying you're not even attracted to this person. You're telling him straight up, and you're still going on dates with him. So I
think it's because he kept pursuing it. So I was just like, okay, if he's pursuing, if he's putting in the effort to make it look like a pursuit, because I do understand that's a part of the game, and I fell for it. I did go on the first date. Yes, I did. Absolutely. Okay, but let me finish the story. So fast forward after the third date, right? So he was being kind of weird, but he was traveling. So I was just like, all right, I'm gonna kind of let it go. And then he texted me. He was like, "Oh, you want to meet up?" I was like, "Okay, cool." But he didn't set up a place. He just was like, "You want to meet up around 6?" And I'm like, "Okay." But he didn't set up a time, or not a time. He didn't set up a place. So I didn't respond. I just left it at, okay, sure. And then he didn't respond to me. So I'm not going to keep texting you. So to me, that was a red flag. So I didn't even get ready. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, you're already playing with me. So he texts me literally 20 minutes after 6, which is the time that we're supposed to meet up. And he was like, So do you still want to meet up? And I was like, do you think, like, if someone did this to you, if somebody texted you 20 minutes after you said that we was going to meet up, would you want to meet up with them? And I left it at that. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, da-da-da. And I just left it at that. And then we did keep texting like a couple days. I was just trying to like be forgiving, I guess. And then at that point, I was like, that's when I texted him and was like, I don't see myself dating you.
Yo, I'm glad they're both weird. What? It's not just him. She's if anything, she's trained her. Like
me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, 100%.
Is it because I knew?
I think I'll say this. It's a wanting to be liked thing.
Okay.
Right? It's a wanting to be pursued, even if ideally you don't find that person attractive. It's just an idea of somebody wanting to pursue you that she's obsessed with. And you're not really just being realistic with yourself. Yeah, that's definitely strange behavior.
Okay, yeah. No, I agree with that.
I can see that it happens on both sides, though.
I agree with that. I do think I have a want to feel liked. Like, I like that feeling. And I think we all do.
Problem is, the reason why you need that validation so bad is because you don't like yourself enough. See, once you start building here first, right? You start liking yourself to where you need to like yourself. You're not going to be putting yourself in these types of positions where you're not even attracted to these people and you're going out on dates with them because you actually like yourself and you're comfortable with being alone. But because that's just not the case, you're just willing to do anything, right? And then when things don't go your way in them types of situations, you want to point the finger instead of pointing the finger at yourself. So clearly there's a bigger issue that you're not looking at.
Okay, I hear you. Now I will let me defend myself just a teens.
But
I have been, before I even dated him, I have been single for probably about 4 or 5 years before I even went on a date with him. And I've dated, don't get me wrong, I've been on dates.
But you haven't really been in a committed relationship, which, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm definitely okay with being alone. I'm not one of them people that feel like I need to be in a relationship.
That's not.
But
you said you've dated though, so that's because I could to some degree relate. I still date, right? But you haven't been in a relationship in a while. But you're still seeking that validation from people while you're dating.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My point still stands.
I got you.
Right.
All right. Thank you.
I'll get in and see what's going on and just maneuver a little bit differently. That's it. That's all.
No, I got you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right, bro. External validation will ruin y'all for real. Nah, for sure. Yeah, damn. I feel like every time I do one one little session, I lose like three requests. This is funny. I don't listen, man. Y'all don't gotta be scared of me, man. Be scared of the motherfuckers in real life. All right, man. I won't see me in real life at all. What's good, yeah? Millie, what's the word, man?
I'm on?
Yeah, you're on. What's good?
Oh my god, I did that by accident. Oh my god, my bad, I'm sorry.
Nah, you good, Millie, man? You good. Any more, man? Any more? Do more. I don't got nothing to do for it. They gotta get on, man. They gotta get on and talk their shit.
Shit.
What's the word?
Hello?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Kebby,
Where you at, yo?
you can hear me?
I can hear you, but I can also hear everything else. Where you at?
Okay, hold on. Let me take my Bluetooth. Hold on. Can you hear me now? You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, what's going on?
Hey, I'm chilling. What's the word?
Woo, child, I don't even know where to start with this story. So, I've been talking to this guy for like 2 years, right? Little situationship. So, we've been having sex, unprotected sex or whatever.
You've been having unprotected sex with a situationship for 2 years?
Yeah. I know. Bad. I know. Horrible. I know. But anyway, I've been talking to him for 2 years, and he would never want to commit to me. So, out of nowhere, it's like we was talking about it, and he was like, all right, so we'll go ahead and be together. Okay, so now that we're together, like, mind you, we never been on no dates. We never did nothing that a couple would do. So, like a week ago, he went out to the club with his friends because he go out every weekend. So I was at work because I work night shift.
Yeah, real quick, because I just want to find out. So, how does it feel that you had to, sit there and essentially ask numerous times before this person even started in a relationship with? How does it feel?
Horrible. And I feel like shit.
Yeah. Because I just wanted to put that out there because there's a lot of people that's in your situation that keep asking these people for relationships, but they're not.
And nothing changed.
So it doesn't change even after you get it, right?
No, it's worse.
All right, go ahead, continue.
So anyway, like I said, he had went out and I was at work. So he called me like 5 something in the morning and he was talking about his friend lost a lot of money. I guess they was gambling in the club or whatever.
Sure.
So he was like, I'm gonna call you back because he at the house. He's going to get the money. So I'm like, he coming to your house at 5 o'clock to pick up money? Okay. So when I got off at 6, something told me to go to his house. So I go to the house. It's a car parked in the driveway behind his car. So I'm calling his phone. I'm getting no answer. And I know he was drinking. I know he get drunk and he go to sleep. Okay. So something told me to sit there and wait to see who come out to get in the car. So I sat out there for about 2 hours. I'm on my phone, wasting time. Why, girl?
What time?
Two whole hours because I had to see for my damn self.
At what time though? What time?
I got off work at 6 o'clock in the morning.
And you sat after?
I sat there. Yep. I sat there at like 8:30. So at first I was going to go home. I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going home. But then I was like, nah, I got to see for myself, like, what's really going on. So I sit there and wait. A female come out the house. So I ain't say nothing to the female. So I'm calling his phone. Then I get out to go knock on the door. He won't answer. So I get all the way home. I didn't text his phone, everything. So hours later, he called me and was like, what's going on? And I was like, who was that at your house? I was like, so you got a whole bitch there? He was like, first of all, it ain't even what you think it is. My brother came over here after the club and he had the girl in the room and he left her. So I said, you mean to tell me you had sex at your house and leave a random female in the room? He was like, yeah, that's what we be doing. But he was like, it wasn't even nothing like that.
Real quick, do y'all see why he thinks he could say that in front of y'all? Do y'all understand why, judging by how she's maneuvering these past couple of years, why he relate with that though? Like, and that could just fly? Cause that's
right.
I've never heard that shit before. Yeah, that's a horrible excuse. He said his brother brought a drone to the crib, do what they did, and left the drone at the crib.
Left it up. So mind you, after he told me that, me being stupid as fuck, I take the nigga back, and I know I'm like, man, I know this nigga lying. I just know he lying. So I go take my dumb ass over there, like a week or two later. Okay, I'm over there. We had sex or whatever. So 6 o'clock in the morning again, after he come from the club, I kept my dumb ass over there. His phone going off. So it kept dinging. So I'm like, who the fuck is that? So I ain't wake him up. I ain't do none of that. But I got up. It was about 7 something that morning. I got up to leave. Something said, look at his phone. I look at the phone. It's a female name on there, but I couldn't see the message because, on the iPhones, you got to have the password. I didn't have the password. So I asked him about it when I got back to the house. I was like, well, who is such and such? This nigga told me, oh, that's my cousin. She was texting me to let me know that she ain't never make it to the club. I'm like, what? It just certain stuff just don't add up to me. And I'm tired. I want to walk away from the situation. Like, I'm just tired.
You know the equation? Are you aware of what the equation is?
Huh?
Are you aware of the equation?
I'm very aware. I just don't understand why the fuck I can't walk away from this.
I'm gonna give you the equation. So, the more ridiculous the excuses, right? The more unbelievable they are, the dumber that person thinks you are, right? So because you've been there for years and you have no self-control or backbone, you don't like yourself enough to leave, right? He doesn't respect you or see you as an equal. Like you're like a doormat, a stepping stool, a sock, if you will, right? I want you to think about how you think about the dumbest person in the world. Think about it. How would you think about it? If you had somebody in front of you that you thought was stupid, would you ever take that person seriously?
Hell no.
So because you're just somebody that he can use to get whatever he wants, and in his mind, he already understands that you don't have the backbone, you don't like yourself enough to maneuver and put yourself in a better position. He's not going to let you go, right? Because you're a constant ego boost. Right? You make him feel like more of a man if you will. You make him feel more wanted because he could do all these things to you within all these years. He ain't gonna do shit about it but complain. Right? You're a complainer. You're not a leader. You like to complain and ask questions and feel the answers to. The nigga, you was in the talking phase with a nigga too. You think it was just cuz? No, he never saw you as the one ever, right? But you were always there. You see what I'm saying? So after you begging for 2 years, he just gave you what you could carry, nigga, damn ass. You know what I'm saying? Relationship. So that's what you need to understand. Them 2 years that y'all were in the relationship, that's what I'm saying. You catching my drip, right? He was looking for somebody that could be possibly more compatible with because you were never the one, right? Maybe you weren't seeing that, but we all see that. So now it's up to you to get to the point where you realize, well, I clearly am not the one for this individual on this question for me. And move on with your life. But will he ever get rid of you? No, you're too useful. You're way too useful.
Right.
No, he wouldn't. No. What? Let me ask that. Real quick.
But this another thing, like when we had sex, like the niggas shoot the club up all the time. I know I'm stupid as fuck. I don't care. I'm let it all out. I don't give a fuck. I'm being honest with you. Why would you have a baby with me and you don't want shit from me? And why the fuck am I allowing this to happen? Like I really feel like this nigga got like a hold on me or something. Like I cannot shake this man. Like I done prayed about it. I don't know what to do. I done tried to block this man. I don't know.
Yeah, something horrible is gonna have to happen to you first. Yeah, I want you to think about the most, and God forbid, because I don't want that to happen. But something very despicable is gonna have to happen to you for you to get it. You're one of those women that you don't, like I said, the backbone that you need to move on, you don't have it, right? So he's gonna have to do something to you ridiculous, horrible, for you to get to that.
Yeah.
So when that ridiculous and horrible thing happens, you get it. But you see, the thing is, the bigger problem is you're not really concerned for your health either, right? Mm-hmm. Right? This guy's bringing people home from the club, doing stuff with them, and then doing stuff with you all, right? You're not concerned for your health either. So like I said, things have to happen to you. Like that's really, really bad for you to get to that.
Oh God. So okay, but let me ask you this. So, because in my mind, like
also, real quick to answer your question, because I don't think I answered your question directly, but you do realize that there's a lot of single baby mamas out here, right?
Oh, I know it.
Right. So I mean, do you have a child with this person?
I do. I don't have a child with him, but I got a son.
So he knew you were like, okay, so he knew you were baby mama worthy, essentially. Okay, all right. So he knew he was doing from. Okay, I go ahead. Ask the question.
Like, okay, so like with all that being said, like I know I'm delusional. I can admit it. I know I be in and out of it, but like my mind is telling me like, bitch, leave this nigga alone because you just being stupid at this point. So it's like, do you think I should just like why every time I block him, I keep unblocking him?
So I got a question. How old is your son?
My son 13.
Oh, your son's 13 years old. Okay. And I'm that's your only child?
Yeah.
So I'm automatically gonna assume that you have a very close, relationship with your son, right?
I do.
Right. So do you believe that whether you may see it or not, do you believe that your son may notice, whatever mental state that you're in?
Of course, and I don't like it. Like
he's gonna notice it, right? So I'm gonna just say this: if you have any care at all for your son, right, take it from somebody. My mom is a single mom. Same situation, only child, very close to my mom. The difference is my mom, right? And I swear to God, I'm not lying to you when I say this. Hands in the air, right? She never let me see her in that way. Mm-hmm. You wanna know why? Because I was always her first concern. Not a man. I was always her first concern. So your concern is in the wrong place. It didn't matter. It didn't matter what my mom had. I never saw it, ever. Not once have I ever saw my mom in that situation. Or I could ever say, well, this man got my mom feeling a certain type of way. I can't tell you. I swear to God. 24 years old to this day, I can't tell you. So, yeah. But again, that's because my mom understands herself and understands that I will see these things, and 9 times out of 10, if she's not careful, I will start repeating these cycles, right? I will start becoming the people that she dated, if you get what I'm saying, right? So if you don't start concerning yourself with what's really important, right, which is your son, this will continue to happen. You will keep asking these questions that you know the answers to. Mm. Very simple.
I got to block him. I got to get rid of this man.
Like I said, it's no longer about the man or this, that, and worry about the next generation, which again is your 13-year-old son. He's 13. He can see everything. He understands everything.
Yeah, you right.
So, hey, good luck to you, man.
All right, I'll give you an update.
That's just how it is, man. Let's see. All right, now one more before I slide. Let's get Shawnee. I turned 25 this year, actually. Damn, that's it, guys. Anybody else on? So, y'all know what time it is, Mom. It's that tuck time, man. It's that tuck time. Now I'll be on. Now I'm still gonna get on another day this week. I'm pretty sure I'll be on 3 times. Hey, that's how it be. That's how it be. They'll be alright though. They'll be alright. But you already know what time it is, man. If anybody, I'm definitely about to tuck it. Take me a nap. If anybody needs a private one-on-one, the link for that is in my bio. Go on ahead and book that if need be. Maybe you don't want to get up on here. I do these every day. So book that. Make sure y'all follow me on here so that y'all get my post notifications or whenever I get on here. Make sure y'all tag me on stuff. You know what I'm saying? Send it to me so I can respond. You already know, man. Follow me on Instagram at PrettyBoyKayb. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get up with y'all tomorrow. Hey, man, y'all stay safe.